Hello and welcome to another episode of Naija's Geeking Out podcast. And it's a great episode to start this off with because, first of all, Arsenal is still on top of the league. Man U is losing, Chelsea is losing. It's just good news all around. But yeah, Kex, how are you doing?
I'm very fine today. I'm good. How about yourself? How are you? You
Yeah.
cannot goad me to into a response. It's not possible. I'm a Man U fan. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. I'm
yeah,
good.
we
How about
can't.
yourself? How are you doing?
Yeah, we can't do worse than what your top is already doing to you currently.
Exactly. I mean, any girl that tries to frustrate a Man U fan now, the guy will just look at her like, me? You can't do anything to me. That this club has done already.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Well, yeah, welcome. Red, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy birthday. So, what did you do? Where did you go? Who did you see for your birthday?
I'm in a new city, so I've not seen anybody. But yeah.
Where did
But
you go?
but you've explored. Have you explored this new
I've
city of
explored.
yours?
Yeah.
Yes. I've been to the zoos. I've seen some museums. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, it's been good.
Just the
That's
That's
zoo.
what.
good.
Just the animals.
Off air just now, you were not telling us about museums or any such things. You were telling us about some
What?
districts, some kind of districts you went to visit.
I don't know what you're talking about. That boy. I really
Some
have no idea
I
what you're
don't
talking
know.
about.
So
Um,
what's the color of Cyclops' visor? Some
Ruby Quad.
yeah, some Rubik Quad districts, something like that.
hmm. Yeah. Dapo, how are you doing too?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
is it actually today or was it the day before? It's yesterday, was
No,
it?
it's
Today.
actually today. Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
So,
it's
thank you for coming
coming.
on the podcast. So this day is the day we know that the
Mate, fuck off, man. It's not
oh,
as if
No,
he had something better to
we
do.
hope.
Exactly.
No, we
Like
hope you'll be
Did
on
he
his
have
best
anything
behavior today.
better to do? Nothing at all, please, man. Let's
no,
just
I was
move
actually
on.
going to put a little mourning for us on this planet. That this is the day he arrived on this planet. And we were fortunate to welcome him to the planet, but we are making the best we can of him. Hopefully you won't go too far astray in Amsterdam. And
we'll see how that goes.
what what what's
You
at your
can't
table?
promise anything.
What's at your table? Is that a cookie or a at your table?
It's a
What?
brownie.
Wait.
Or brownie? Okay.
He started
I
to
don't understand what
yawn.
you're talking.
That's a brownie on
I don't.
top.
I don't know what you're talking about too, because this is an audio only podcast. I don't want to set somebody up like this
Yeah.
with blatant lies, but it's okay. Let's jump into the
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
episode
do that. Let's do
today.
that. Let's do that. Let's
Yeah,
do that.
because we have a big one today because two new shows, super comic book related shows, dropped this week, and we are still following X-Men '97. So this
Yeah.
week we'll be talking about Dead Boys Detective season one of that, Extraordinary season two, and then X-Men. So yeah, let's kick this off with X-Men '97. Since I think that would be the easiest to get through very quickly. Has everybody here seen it?
Even I've seen it. So yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is the aftermath of the Genosha attack, and it's just basically people whining and crying, and Rogue goes on the revenge quest,
Rogue goes rogue.
trying to, she
Yes.
goes rogue.
Yes.
Exactly. She goes rogue. She changes her hair color. I don't know that's what happened there, but it's okay. I think she lost the highlight at some point,
I didn't
or is that
notice, to be
somebody
honest.
else?
I actually didn't notice.
Okay. I might be off. And then we get a new villain that apparently is not sinister. So interested.
It's
Yep.
I think this is a more
yes,
this is a more obscure villain than what most
for sure.
fans will be used to. Because I don't think he has popped up in comics for a while now. As I can't remember seeing him
So are we
recently.
talking about the B word here?
Yeah, the B word. Yeah.
Okay.
The B
Okay.
word, yeah. The B word. But yeah, so Rogue goes Rogue. She's looking for Trask, and she goes to tries to find Gyrisk, and then apparently the UN in this world is more powerful than the US than USA because they can apparently take prisoners away from the USA without anybody knowing, which is interesting. And there are some bits we'll cover, like the interaction with Captain America, and then the interaction with
Very
Guy Rick.
interesting. I did like that. I did not.
Funny. It
A
was
whole
funny.
70-plus-year-old man like that. You know, see,
Just
carry
because-
something that you have to
I'm sorry.
no.
We can't just go past this. This is a Nigerian
It
podcast.
was too much.
We are
now.
Nigerians.
Respect your elders.
We have respect for our elders. She was very petty.
She was out
very,
of line.
very out of order.
If you
There's a
say
phrase-
this is a Nigerian podcast and we have
Yeah.
respect for elders, you know what we call Baba Blue right now. That's it. That young
Oh
boy.
yeah, well, but generally,
So,
to his face, you still respect him. If you saw him,
Who
you would not
said?
be.
No, that would be out of fear. That would be
So,
out of fear.
exactly, because you chop slap. You know you chop slap.
Yes, but
You
if
know.
there's no slap involved, if there's no consequences
What
involved,
was
Which
the need
even
for?
held-
What was the need for her to throw that shit away like
But
that?
the way she even held the thing back from him at first, I was like,
Yeah.
why are you like,
when he's speaking nonsense, why would you do
Vanguard
that?
order?
It wasn't speaking
Nah, he
nonsense.
deserves it.
The
He
fact that it
deserves
was an
it.
X-Men, show, I just knew. Okay, you guys just want to dirty our captain. It's okay.
No,
Carry
but
on.
it's not as if anything that happened there is nerfing the character. Or
No, but it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary.
No,
That part
it's not
was not
necessary.
necessary though. It wasn't.
It's
It
not,
wasn't needed.
it's not needed.
No,
It's just not needed.
because he was
It's not
saying,
needed.
no, see, the guy was saying the same things he would say. It's not something. It was out of character there.
There was no.
No,
that
there's no
thing
need
could have been
for that.
done without a Captain America character in it. Completely.
Oh,
I know,
is that
but-
what you're saying, right?
No, no,
okay,
no.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Okay, if that's what you're saying, then I don't.
Yeah, it
then
could
I
have.
don't-
That one.
Just put him
That-
to cheating
then-
him. I didn't like it. Yeah,
then,
yeah.
then
Yeah,
even
they-
Rhodes'
yeah.
confrontation and throwing that shield away. That's just it's
So
like
see,
an old man's
if you-
walking stick, and you throw it away and tell him to go and take it.
I won't lie. I was annoyed though. I was like,
Yeah.
No, but wait, I don't know why you guys are annoyed here. Because one, it was completely in character. Captain America would definitely say that kind of nonsense he said. Two,
Yeah.
nobody, his
I
abilities
am
were
annoyed.
not.
I'm annoyed at
reduced.
her throwing away the shield.
He deserves it. Like, look at the nonsense he
How?
was saying.
He deserves it.
He deserves it.
Well,
Oh, we cannot help you because I have to follow.
Now we know.
She didn't.
people
Say, she didn't say. He didn't say we cannot help you. He said
That's
I have
what
to
he
do
said.
things by the book. No, he said I have to do
Which
things
book?
by the book.
Which book I beg? They just compare the genocide. You want to do things by the book. I beg, please, if you keep quiet and get out.
are. Also, everybody should go rogue, Gary. Okay.
No, see, you realize that it wasn't. I have to
I'll
do things by
remind.
the book.
I'll remind you of this stance again later.
No, remember, it wasn't I have to do things by the book that got her angry. It was like, you cannot do this because human beings have to tolerate. You cannot be showing your anger too much because human beings have to. I'm like, what kind of nonsense talk is that? They just murdered half of their people, and you're saying, you need to cool your temper down. It deserves slap for that. Like,
Sorry. Okay.
It's
Okay.
just,
I can say, in a weird way, I can say that argument, but what he's saying is actually true. The fear of people like Magneto and how they behave is what pushed them to that. Well, I won't say push them. Is what allowed it to get that far in the first place. Because people like Magneto are always.
you cannot
So
you cannot give that kind of excuse. I cannot be victim blaming the people that you just killed. That
So,
don't have a right to their anger.
So in the past 4 years, have you at any time told black people rioting in America to calm down after the police shot a black guy?
Yeah. Yes. Of course, yes. That's why I can't answer that.
No, I remember. That's what I'm asking.
See, I'm actually thinking back about this because for
We've
the
had that
most part,
discussion.
yeah. I was on board with their anger for the most part of it.
When they started burning things and destroying stuff, you told them to calm down, that they shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't tell them to calm down.
Don't get me wrong.
Because I remember the arguments back then. I don't want to get.
I can say both.
I was actually on the side of the.
No, don't get me wrong. When things go wrong, I can understand anger on the other side.
Yep.
I can understand anger. But when you're not in that anger, you can also see how sometimes that very anger itself can
It's
be
not helping you. Yeah,
can be counterproductive.
yeah, absolutely.
But then,
Yeah.
see,
So
but it's not
Yeah, go
in
on.
that moment. At least it's not in that moment. You
but it was not in
lecture-
the moment. It
No,
wasn't in
it's
the
not-
moment.
It's not in that like in that conversation. He had already told her, no, I cannot.
Yeah.
Basically, what she heard from him was,
Yeah.
no, I cannot
she
help
shut-
you
and
at
she
this
shut
time.
down.
And then it's not after that kind of no that you now come and start lecturing her again. it's like you soften the blow a bit. You apply some tact, some diplomacy in how you
Okay.
respond to
Okay.
things like that.
Oh,
But
okay.
no, it's like no. Then he's not giving one stupid lecture about people tolerating their BS. No, I'm like, guy, they should throw that
So
thing away.
so this so this has always been kind of the problem with Cap, and in my opinion, anyway, because I feel like you said, I'm wearing. You can see what I'm wearing. I'm representing
Yeah,
America, so I can't just
Yeah.
barge
Yeah.
in and go and do some kind of monkey things. But at the same
Yeah.
time,
fair.
what's right is right. What's wrong is wrong.
Mhm.
If having the shield and the uniform means that you are what's
Condoning.
that? Yeah, condoning exactly. If that means that, or no, or if that means that when you wear that you are representing America and you can't really take a stance one way or the other, take off the uniform. Wear a black uniform.
Simple.
If you need to drop the shield, drop the shield. But say, look, I'm standing with these mutants because what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. When Bucky is being
Wait,
chased around town, you will not
he's
say
not,
that America is not
but
condoning chasing Bucky. Sorry,
No, he will throw the shield away. He
you
will
will
throw
throw
the
the
thing
shield
away
away
and you
and go and
ask.
hug Bucky. No, you know what?
So
The way he treats mutants, to be fair, if you want to stand with them, stand with them.
stand with them.
There's no
Is it? Is
one
it?
way, two way about
the
it.
way mutants treat mutants leaves a
No,
lot to be
this,
desired.
this is always makes me laugh when people say it's also the mutants. The fact is, they wanted to stand with him at the time. Immediately after choosing, he will take a considered approach. He's always to the mutants.
Except when they need him.
No, it's been a
Yeah,
soft it's a soft stance.
yeah.
It's not if
These are the
I
Like
can
pro, these
agree
are the
I
pro,
can agree
pro,
that
mu- pro mutants.
he's
Yeah.
he's standing with the mutants, but it's not the same way. It's not the same soft stance that he takes when it comes to Bucky, or when it comes to my guys are being fucked over. No. That one he will be like no civil war. I'm at that where you now.
But
But
then
when it comes to
the same way somebody tells him to also stand down and just be reasonable, and you appreciate that person's argument, don't you?
Yeah,
of the person telling him to
what
be reasonable about it.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm saying that
So, but now that
Steve,
he's telling somebody, why don't you agree with his argument?
Steve,
because
be
it's mutants.
consistent. If Steve
if he's always
Steve
consistent
takes
about
that
standing
same
down?
No,
stance across the board,
I,
then I'll be like, okay, I
I,
understand. If he takes the hard line, I would be like, okay, that's the way he is. I'm just saying you can't pick and choose. When it comes to these people, you're like, no, I have to do it by the book. I'm wearing this America, this thing. I just need a little more
like,
visibility of
if he
you
had
standing
even
with this
said,
guy.
"Oh, I will come out against this publicly," if you had given a look and that option, see, I cannot
Yes,
help you do
okay,
this,
thank
but I will
you.
do this
Thank
for you. It's
you.
different from that just
she
saying
did
no,
not give him an option. She did
America.
not give him she did not give him an option. She told him she was, oh yeah, let's go and break that place. And he's like,
Now, yeah,
calm down.
yeah.
I
That was
cannot do that with you. We have to do things by the book. I was like, no, is that what you're telling me right now? That
Okay, fair enough.
my people just got killed? Wait, what should he?
Okay.
She already put him on the
so.
defensive.
So, can somebody ask this question? Who went to collect
Yeah.
that shield now?
What? What did you say?
Who went to collect that shield?
Let me assure you, he's going to radio for some help. Hey guys, I lost my shield again.
Like,
Tony, you know that
metal,
tracker we
bring
put.
metal
Hey, you
detector.
no way.
I want like the whole episode. That's all I think of. Like, is it all about really walk on these mountains?
In that snow.
No way.
Yeah, that's no. To me, the whole episode was about that. To me, that was the whole episode for me. That's
Very disrespectful.
Yeah.
Very funny. Like, that was like the funniest part of the episode for me, and I'm happy that happened because sometimes the Avengers, their loyalties need to be shown
Yeah.
clearly. They need to make that kind of stance clear because I mean, this kind of thing shouldn't be happening to mutants when so-called heroes are out there. But yeah,
well,
moving on from
yeah. I must agree. The distinction between powered heroes who are not mutants and mutants has always been a very weird line. You know that in reality, humans would not make that distinction. You know, how would you how would you say Spider-Man is okay versus Nightcrawler is not? You know, in terms of, to me, they're both powered. You should have an issue with both of them. Personally, I know that there's mutants. There was a distinction that mutants is genetic and you can give birth to them.
yeah,
Versus this would be my accident, but to me, it was all the same. It's a bit of a, but that's always been lined up, even from the comics. It's always been an issue
it's
for
an
me,
issue, yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
one that we've lived with.
Okay, sorry. Today, so we interrupted you. You were saying,
I know. That's moving on from that. Then Rogue's Rampage and I want to touch on her killing Guy Ritchie, and then
Oh
the
yes.
mutant standing there and saying, "Oh no, you killed him," when they all could have saved him at that point in time.
That scene alone is everything you need to know about this show. There was no sense in that scene.
There wasn't.
Literally,
It was silly.
There was
just before
It
that
was
scene,
silly. There were at least three
you were
people.
teleporting and saving
That
people.
saved him. There are at
After
least
you were doing it, immediately after that scene, you did it again. But you also go, oh, snap.
there's it's like what's this thing called? They don't want to. They actually don't want to save him.
No,
They're just
that,
putting up a morality for. They don't want to save
that
him.
is the
Like nobody was
only
going
possible explanation for that scene.
to. Yeah, nobody wanted to save him in that moment. Like let him die.
Wolverine said it though. Wolverine said,
Yeah.
why are we upset? Like she
Oh
did what
no,
all of us really wanted to do.
I don't expect Wolverine to be
Yeah.
upset, but Nightcrawler open his mouth and go, I
I
found
mean,
that
between
But
Nightcrawler and
yeah.
Morph
And Jane,
and
Yeah,
Jean, I
yes.
mean, come on, it wasn't even a thing. I mean, you could have been saved pretty easily. That was
yeah.
Ojuaye that they were just doing there. Like, let's just form like, I thought that was pretty brutal. Her dropping him,
Yeah.
but he didn't die. So
Okay. Another point before we get to the main plot of the thing, it's Emma Stone and Cyclops and Jane saving her. I felt that was too corny. I'm not sure. It's like it
how to?
felt like
So
out of every. I don't know. It's
Oh,
the lack of
oh,
skill in that. I don't. It's just
oh.
me. Like it's only one person
so
that remains to be saved, and that's the one that get restored hope to the entire mutant population that this person was from. I'm like,
I think they
whatever
were
they're
going
trying to
for.
communicate there
I think
didn't
they were
work
going
for
for
me.
something else. I think they were going for something else that landed flat. So when they said they found someone, Cyclops was hopeful. He said another psychic, and he thought it was going to be what's her
Yeah,
name,
yeah, yeah,
Madeline.
yeah.
And then when it turned out not to be Madeline, his face was actually downcast. He was happy she was alive, but
That's a
it
good one.
was
That's
it
a good
was
one, right? That's
it
a
was
good
sad.
one.
Yeah, it's like what did you say? I read something about a soldier in the war who said
Bittersweet.
bittersweet, like when you're on the front lines, a bullet
Yeah.
hits the next guy beside you, like, oh
Yeah.
crap, he's dying, and you're like, oops, it
Thank God
missed
it's
me.
not me.
Yeah, so you don't know. So yeah, so he was happy she was alive, but he
Yeah.
was like, oh, this is not mad.
Sad that it wasn't
I
bad.
think that was what they were trying to convey, but
You're right.
it
I
didn't
think so.
it didn't land for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Like the whole show.
No, but no, say okay. I think I got that part, but that part
Yeah.
actually landed for me. The part I'm talking about is like the symbolism for the entire mutant population that they were trying to do.
they tried
Like
to roll it up
why
into
the
that whole
X-Men,
thing.
like why the X-Men came, they got there, they were like, oh, we are trying to find hope. If we can even find one more person alive, blah blah blah. And they found her, and
And
everybody was like,
the telegraph that, even if it's
yeah,
one person.
person. And I'm like, yeah, I get what you are going for, but like this is a disaster. I'm not seeing how finding Emma alive with a new mutation really changes. It just didn't work for me. I get what they're going for, but it just didn't work. I'm not
It's
sure
a
I'm
bit of
making.
a twist
Yeah.
on the comic book because that's exactly what happened in the comic books. There wasn't the jubilation like you said afterwards when Emma was found because that was what triggered, and she wasn't found by Scott and Emma Stone. I think it was found by like UN people or something. Now I don't know, and in the series, I don't know if she still has psychic powers when she's in her diamond form,
No,
which
he doesn't.
is not the case. Yeah, so I was wondering
Yeah.
where
How they
this
found
psychic
her.
flare
Yeah.
came from. But I was like just willing to let it go. Yeah, I like the part with Scott crying and Jean actually being there for him. That I get
Oh,
it.
now she can be there for him. Like yeah, last episode she was. Last
Jean
episode she
keeps
was.
going through
Oh,
it. I
I'll
know.
forgive her because it's a big disaster.
I have a
But I
quick.
was giving her second eye, like, oh,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I
of
yeah,
course.
like
After you
it's as
miss,
if you are relieved. You cannot be kind because the person is your
yes, they
rival is
don't
dead.
die.
Yeah, like it's now you can
Yeah,
be
I
kind.
get it.
Sorry
That
if
what you
that I
wanted to say something.
interrupted you. Yeah.
No, I would say something, but then actually, there's a real life correlation to what I was going to ask. I was going to ask, how does Jean not feel? How does Jill feel towards Cable? Because for all intents and purposes, genetically, that is her son as well.
In
Genetically,
series or in general comic book as well.
Yeah,
Or-
he's the daughter. He's the son of her clone.
Yeah, but in the comic book, she's his mom. She raised him.
She raised him. Yeah.
Did
Okay,
raise
yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking the raising parts. That would you know that this is the son of my clone, i.e., genetically, this is my son. Would that by itself is that enough to bring a connection? But then I realize there's a real life parallel towards that.
Yeah,
Twins.
it's like adoption or
Yeah,
or
identical
or-
twins.
what's that thing they call when they put an embryo into a woman to carry
Yeah.
like a surrogate.
Yeah,
It's almost like surrogacy as well. So I
Yeah,
think
that's another example. But in this case, isn't that more a parallel towards identical twins, and one has a kid, and then the other one? How does that one
so
feel?
that one
towards
is like
kid?
an auntie. So that one is more like an auntie than a mom, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, but she's saying
Yeah.
no, they're
Yeah.
clones. Those twins are clones. I mean, that's a natural clone.
Okay.
So
okay.
that should be if G.
I
So
mean,
I
I
can
mean, she would still feel maternal. I mean, in fact, surely, which is weird. I mean, I'm sorry to bring up the comic books here, but she seems more maternal to Nathan than her mom, than his mom, than Madeline Pryor.
in the
Madeline-
comics.
In
Yeah.
the comics,
Yeah.
yeah, in the comics, because the way they treated Madeline Pryor in the comics was
Smelly.
downright
Yeah,
disgusting.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
smelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think she got much time with him in the comics. I'm trying to think.
I
No,
don't think so.
no,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Because everything I can remember is Jean and him before he gets sent off. Yeah. So okay, then we get to the reveal of the main bad guy.
Okay, I was
Right.
going to ask a question before you got to that.
Oh yeah,
part.
yeah, yes. Let's
This is more of a question. The coming out of Da Costa
Oh yeah.
to his parents. It didn't go that way in the comics, did it? I don't know because that didn't seem
I
familiar to
definitely
me.
do not know. I definitely do
Oh,
not
okay,
know.
all right.
I
Okay.
don't know about let's talk about that a bit. I liked it a lot. I like not
I didn't.
I don't no see I don't like I when I say I like it, I mean that I like the way the interactions happen because it felt realistic, even though it was a very shitty and it's like they accept him for who he is, but they are not proud enough to show him
Well, okay,
in the
so,
public
okay.
because of how it affects their standing in public. So it's
It's very real, you know.
it's very real.
I like Jubilee's reaction. I like Da Costa's reaction, like how they told the mom.
Yeah.
And then the initial mom said, "Oh yeah."
I love her
Kind of-
reaction as
we
well.
kind
The
of knew.
mom's initial reaction.
But what I don't like, I guess is what you're saying you like, is her reaction because not that I don't understand what she's saying, but the way, hang on a minute, just calm down. I just told you this, and you say where you're going, right? Yeah, fine, but you need to cover it.
But it's
She-
not surprise. It wasn't a
any-
surprise for her though. So she
But
knew.
No, I
she's not
agree.
surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but for anybody with any sense of empathy at all, to your son, you say you first chill first.
She has no empathy. She's been
But they
playing it
knew.
over and over. And
They
this
knew already.
scenario, she's
She's like,
played
your
it.
It's like
No, she
Sorry.
knew, but this is the
Yeah.
first time
Yeah.
you're telling you directly.
But I'm saying this
And
scenario,
she's
she has
jumping
already
already.
played. She's already.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
straight
she's
away,
already
you're not
played it, yeah.
even let me have that moment.
So
Because
you
she's
know
very-
the
because
way
she's very
some you know
she's
the way
very
some people are where
calculated.
they
No.
jump into solutioning problems without understanding. Like when
Yeah.
you bring it when you tell them, my
So what I'm
this
saying
is
is,
my problem.
I'm not saying this unbelievable. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
To me, that's
Yeah.
about
Oh, you
Okay.
didn't like it. Oh,
Exactly.
got you.
That's
Yeah.
and another thing was, now it made me think of something. It made me think of a question, and I think I've got an answer. Has there ever been a good coming out of mutants to their parents in comics? Only one came to mind, and I'm not even sure if I'm even remembering it right.
Shadow Cat.
Kitty Pryde. Yeah. I didn't think that was
I-
that bad. I don't think it was great either. I think they had some fear.
Fear is natural.
Yeah, but have you ever? But I'm talking. Has there ever been where a person? Oh, actually, no. I think there's one.
Jane.
Who does that?
No, Gee, no. I think it just came to me, and that's because it's the whole family. There's like 10 mutants in that family.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
talking
talking about the Guthries.
the Guthries. Yes.
No, but that's
Yeah,
not
those
that's
are
not
the
coming.
ones
That's
I
not coming.
They
Yeah,
expect you
that's
to
not
have
that's
one.
not coming out.
Yeah.
That's
The
coming
question you're
out.
asking is
Joining
like,
us. That's joining
yeah,
us.
joining in. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
coming in.
it's not coming out.
Yeah.
If you don't have, that's when you have a problem. Nah.
Yeah. That's true.
But
Um,
there should be one, even if because
must
there must be one because it's such a good story idea, like of the kid being
Yeah.
afraid and then getting accepted by the.
yeah.
Because
There
the
has
fact
to
that
be one.
we can't remember one. makes you worry.
Everyone I can think of right now has been
It's
like,
bad.
yeah, it's not good. Not good. Has been met with rejection or
Yeah.
fear
Jean,
or bigotry. Jean,
I
the
mean,
thing about
it
Jean was
wasn't
it happened so
fear.
early, and her dad
Yeah,
and
Yeah. It
Xavier
was,
was involved. So he had
Xavier
already
was
kind
involved
of
with James, right?
yeah.
Xavier showed
And
up.
yeah, and
pushed
it was
them,
how hers happened was
nudged
kind of
them. Yeah.
tragic for both for the whole family anyway.
Yeah, they made the car
mm,
accident or
Yeah,
the
it was not like
like,
she came to say, "Oh, you know, it's
yeah.
like
Okay.
a friend died or something like that." Yeah,
food for
that
thought. Let me
scene
think about
occurred
it.
to me
Yeah. Yeah.
while I was watching it. Has there been like a proper where you can say, this is a spot on
Yeah.
coming out? And ironically, the week before, I rewatched that scene from X2
Yes.
where Bobby came up to his parents and
Yes.
she was saying, "Can you try not to be gay?" I was like, "Can you try not to be imitant?" You know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Right, so Bastion.
Bastion.
But
Yeah.
no, before we get to Bastion, one more pass.
No, that's fine.
Rogue, Magneto, and and this person,
Gambit.
Gambit, when she
Yeah.
was mourning Gambit, and then Nightcrawler comes to say, "Oh, you lost 2 men, not one." I said, for a moment there, you can see that she was completely blank. She didn't know what she was talking about.
I was
She
blank.
was completely
When
blank.
when he said it, I went blank. I'm like, ooh.
Oh, that old man.
Oh my gosh.
That
Yeah.
was so that was so unintentional. I don't know if it was intentional, but it was so funny.
That funeral scene.
Yeah.
It didn't hit me. It didn't hit me. I don't know if anybody felt particularly emotional. I felt that they were
No,
going for something emotional, but I didn't
it didn't.
it lacked punch a bit of, I
So,
don't know, maybe it was
Okay,
just me.
so what hits me about that funeral scene was like
Yes.
we saw a lot of what's this thing called? A lot of coffins signifying that they've been burying mutants,
Okay.
and this is
Yeah.
just an additional one too. So I think I liked that setup, but like the burying of Gambit itself, yeah, it didn't hit.
I think typically, I think they buried, if I remember correctly. Sorry, I think they were burying him on the estate grounds,
Yeah,
which is where they typically bury, like,
their
our
own dead
Thunderbird
X-Men.
and all the
Yeah,
dead X-Men when they die for Xavier
for
is the bastard.
Xavier's cause. Yeah,
Oh my gosh! So I think that's how they decided to do
that is the
everything.
only reason he bought that Winchester.
Enough land,
As a
enough
good
land,
guy.
enough land to bury.
That's the reason.
Cemetery. Yeah, I didn't. I just felt it was. I
But,
mean, the words
but
were nice, but I think they were trying to be
and this is
pointed.
my issue with the show.
I didn't feel it.
What you're saying about that scene, I agree with. But for me, this repeats itself for a lot of the scenes. I can see what they're going for, but it just doesn't land for me at all. I'm just shrugging.
yeah.
Throughout.
And the funny thing is, a funeral scene can hit hard. Which like it's one of the
I
easiest
agree.
scenes to get well
Yeah, it
emotionally,
is. Especially for someone
and you
who
don't.
sacrifices himself for
Yeah,
others.
like it's
Especially for such
whether it's in the choice
nobility.
of music, in the choice of how you play, but it's
I
like
don't get it. I don't know whether
I
it
don't
was
get
the
how that.
voice. I don't know whether I don't know because I mean the words were good, right? He was like, oh, he wasn't really a hero. He didn't see himself as a hero.
Self-aware.
So as
Like,
a hero,
yeah, like
yeah,
a lot of polka
good
pots and
sounding,
yeah,
yeah, but
but,
it just didn't land.
like, I don't
I
know.
spent that whole scene trying to remember the name of those thieves in the background.
Oh, Belladonna and
Yeah,
yeah.
Sid Louis just said it. No,
Anyway.
up to now, I hadn't remembered what you just said it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the Thieves Guild. But I was like, okay, I just didn't really. It didn't punch me. It didn't punch me.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
Bastion now.
Bastion. Yes, let's talk about Bastion.
Yes,
That's what.
Bastion.
Oh, before we enter Bastion, Magneto is still alive apparently, and everybody forgot about him. It's
But
just there
but
being.
Bastion should lead
Bastion
into
would
that.
feed
Though.
into that. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
okay, yes.
So
Let's go Bastion.
interesting. There have been breadcrumbs for this guy. Can we say all season?
Let's not call this thing breadcrumbs.
Okay.
These are someone will be calling for shadowing when there's no foreshadowing.
Oh, no. Yeah, you know me. I won't use that one. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely not foreshadowing. Like, no. I didn't. I'm just saying, like, there have been places that they have been trying to like tease him that he was
Yeah.
coming. and stuff that they can say, oh, go back and look at it, but really nobody's gonna bother. But yeah, we see him now, and for people who people who are watching this for the first time, is it safe to say they would assume Bastion is human? Is there anything? Did he do anything here that indicated that he wasn't human?
That's a very good question. I didn't think about that at all.
I remember even reading this back then, and for the longest time, I was like, this guy, is he human or something? Because he never showed any powers or anything. It was much later on.
Wasn't there a giveaway in the comics when I can't remember the and I might by now be using hindsight to say this.
Yeah.
No,
That they could read him and he was able to detect mutants somehow.
Okay.
And I don't know. I still remember the comic that very quickly in my mind, and that might have been it might have been a year, but in my mind, it was very that I thought we quickly saw that no, this guy must be
okay. I just thought he had like side blockers and like cutting edge
tech,
mutant neutralization tech or something. I didn't really clock that there was anything special. Yeah, go on. Today's thinking.
I'm thinking, because in the show they teach time travel. I'm thinking like if I'm watching it based purely on the show,
technology.
they teach that it's time travel. So I think I'm not sure Wuri Trackman that doesn't know the history. The best I would say for most people is that is someone that came back from the future, like this person, like Cable. So he's a future time traveler and stuff like that. So maybe that's what people will go with. But
so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When they mentioned Bastion and he came and they did the reveal, how did you feel about that?
I don't care. I've never liked Bastion.
No.
And I think for Bastion, it was if you know the comics and when you see the OZ0ZT,
the logo, the
logo, you already know where it's leading to. The only part I did
I did not get
the
that.
Sinister
I won't lie.
aspect.
I did not get the OZ. I did not get the OZT.
Okay.
I didn't get. I knew I was meant to get it because the way they kept on showing it.
Yeah. So for me, I paused and I went to go and check what is OZT.
Okay. Right.
Before I continued.
Okay.
Before I continued, I said, "Oh yeah, it's Operation Zero Tolerance." But yeah. So if you know that part, then you get that. But the only twist was the Sinister bit for me, where we actually do see Sinister in the episode, or something that's supposed to be Sinister. So remember last week we were thinking that Sinister was going to be the main bad guy, and then here is maybe not the main bad guy. He's maybe a subordinate, maybe he's playing Bastion, but yeah. So I think that was the only twist for me there.
So my question is why Sinister is bad enough by himself. Like he's enough of a bad person. If you want to extend this multiple seasons but it looks like they're just churning everything out.
They are speedrunning. I think they want to speedrun the entire X-Men.
Yeah. I think that's the issue. I think somebody sat down and go, God Almighty,
just ram everything in.
20 years of this stuff to get through.
Yeah, and the way they are doing it, they want to jump everything to probably Hickman era in the next couple of seasons. So they're just going to do everything.
I honestly prefer them getting. I prefer Sinister not being the big bad of. He was too much of a big bad even in the old ones. Get me someone new. I mean, I don't mind the twist, and I put air quotes here of him reporting to Bastion. Of course, he's going to try to. He's going to try to. The guy he's going to try to con Bastion somehow, because that's his nature. That's the nature of Sinister. He's always going to try to double deal and double cross you.
But question in the build up to the reveal to Bastion,
yes.
I the only one that thought it was going to be Nimrod.
He is Nimrod.
Well, yeah, he's.
No, I said it's not Bastion, but like
straight into Nimrod. Okay.
Initially, it looked like
it looked like Nimrod.
Yeah. They kind of did it.
Yeah.
And it makes it worse for people like us who currently are reading a Nimrod story in the current X-Men. So like straight away your mind goes there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got the 3-episode finale kicking off from this week.
Next week. This weekend.
So it's
Yeah,
a three-parter. Okay.
yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
three-parter,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, it ends in one. Oh, we're gonna watch it at once.
No. Like
They're dropping
It's the
weekly.
same title for the 3 episodes,
yeah,
so
Oh, okay. Still
Yeah.
over
So
3 weeks.
tolerance is extinction.
yeah.
yes.
What did you how do you think Magneto escaped? Well, I say escaped, but you know what I mean, right? How do you think he wasn't killed?
I don't know. Yeah. Honestly,
I don't. You know what? I just feel it's a good question to pose, but I'm like,
yeah.
okay, you know what? It
Yeah,
doesn't. There's nothing you can tell me at this
it,
point. I'm fine.
it shows my lack of. I saw that. Oh, it's
I
Captain.
don't care.
Okay. I just
I
shrunk.
don't think it was. It wasn't shocking. It
Yeah.
was. It wasn't. I wasn't as surprised as I would have expected to be because
This,
some
this,
people had
this,
already
this,
been
this is the
theorizing.
this is the
Yeah.
season where Savior was there in the beginning. By episode 5, he was back. This one died for 1 episode and was back 2 episodes later.
No, but they said they didn't kill him.
Yeah.
That Master Bolt said they didn't kill him, that they saved him or something stupid like
No,
that.
yeah. What I'm saying, I meant to the viewers. He
Yeah,
died and he was back. Maybe next episode, Gambit will be back.
They should have.
I
They
won't
should
be
have.
shocked.
They should have held it off a bit. They really
This
should
is
have
same
let off.
show that got Storm's power back
Oh
so quickly.
gosh.
I mean,
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
that
yeah,
did the entire share arc in just one episode with Xavier
Oh
yeah,
teaching
God.
them. I
Yes.
mean,
Yes.
don't expect them taking their time to do anything.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's make it. Let's not forget that. Especially loved that whole Storm getting her powers back and her
Oh
hair
God,
growing back.
I can't forget that. Like I
So
just shake my
you
head
know,
every time I
It-
think
it-
about
it-
that.
right. So, see, people like you are the problem with this world. When I say something about this show, you're not complaining. When I hate on the show, you
because the
complain.
one thing you like is the worst thing.
What is the worst part of this show?
The Aladdin,
What's the
the
decision they
Aladdin moment.
made?
Exactly. I can show you the
Yeah.
world. Anyway, are we ready to rate this one?
Rating, yes.
Okay, Red.
I think it still comes across as a filler episode for me. I'll give it a 2.7.
Today.
I'll give. I liked some things like Rogue Train away the shield, and I
Oh,
didn't like almost every other thing.
sorry.
2.5.
You give it what?
2.5.
2.5
For the shield alone.
Okay.
for the shield
Okay.
alone. Yes.
Let me go that one. I'll give it a 3.2.
Ah.
I'll give it a 3.2. Yeah, I didn't
Wow,
hate
that's
it.
high.
Like, I mean, come on, it's not. Yeah. I'll give it a 3.2.
That was
I didn't
gonna
hate
drop the
it. I
average.
did like. I mean, for once, Jean did not faint immediately after doing something semi-strenuous. I like that sequence where the building is coming down and
Yeah.
what's his name? Wolverine is like falling down, and then he calls Summers because like I just loved the confidence he had in okay, handle it, and the guy jumps down, blasts this thing, Jean grabs him. That was a really quick bit of teamwork that was very effortless. I loved it. Then again, they did all that, and then they get taken out too easily by Bolivier Trask. I felt.
Oh,
Um,
but what's this
I
thing called? What you just said now, Kex. I just want to praise the show quickly for that particular
Okay.
point. It's something
Okay.
they've been doing since the beginning of the show, where in those little moments they show a lot of effective teamwork. That
Yes.
you
They
just
don't talk.
gel
They
well
just
as a
it's
team. They
almost
don't
like
talk,
they gel well.
yeah,
Yeah, they
until
know.
they are ready to lose due to plot reasons. But like when it's not plot related reasons, it works really well. Like,
Yeah.
oh wow, okay, they put some thought into it. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But
actually
these are clearly people who have practiced or trained together. So I liked that.
yeah.
I liked the sequence where the whole music in the part where Bastion is shaving Magneto for whatever weird reason. It was just so creepy. I don't know whether it was like some sort of 60s music or something, and he just goes in, and even the voice actor for Bastion, I think, is really good. I like the voice acting. So I'll give it like a 3.2. Yeah. I thought the Captain America bit was very petty, but quite funny. I don't know if they should have used Captain America at all. There, they just smelled the guy. Yeah.
Who would you pick?
They could pick up US agent.
No,
No, it doesn't even have to
it
be
won't
like.
strike as hard.
I
Yeah,
just
because you just you want to see Steve
No,
Rogers
see,
put down.
it
if
was
you want to put an outsider's reaction to what happened in Genosha, there's literally nobody else you can use.
I don't know.
Yeah.
mean,
I don't
you
know.
just don't like that she bullied you.
She bullied. It was really bad.
She didn't bully. She
She took his shield,
disrespected him,
held him
and
back from him. The guy wanted
she
to take it
did
back. She
not.
now pulled him back. I'm not finished talking to you now. Close here.
It
Now
was
They're not
disrespect,
mates.
throws it.
and that's why that's
They're
why I was
not
just looking at her. But Modeshe, look
I
at this one.
Oh, don't someone there. He's not one day. He's like, please don't come and don't bust my
Therese,
head or something.
Therese, in that moment,
ah.
Cap thought about, fuck these mutants, man.
That's why we want to kill you people. Yeah, it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice. Okay, but what do you want to rate this episode?
And it's funny. See your scores now. I thought it was gonna be the generous one. Now my scores will be very generous. And then I see I'm hitting 3.2, I'm hitting 2. Mine is 2. And I'm being very nice.
Okay.
That's fair.
It's okay. Moving on, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's discuss Extraordinary.
Extraordinary season 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Who's
So
watched
this
this?
dropped. I've started it episode 1.
Okay.
Kex.
I've seen this. I've watched it.
Red.
I haven't seen
No.
it, so I'll stand
Okay.
down.
That why you finish it as well.
Yeah, I finished
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so this dropped without us really paying much attention to it. I'm not sure there was
Indeed.
not a lot of fanfare around
It just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah. And so I started episode 1 already, and I'll just kick off on that, and then I'll let you guys continue. It
Yeah.
just basically brushes over the old time travel mishap, and then the time travel what the guy was doing, it feels as if it was brushed on that. They moved on quickly from that, and then we get to deal with these people as a couple. Being the guy discovers he has a secret family that he cannot remember, and he's trying to keep it from the girl. The girl discovers the same thing, she's trying to keep it from the guy, and they realize they are both perfect for each other because they are both useless human pieces of shit human beings.
Yeah.
That sets up what the rest of the season is going to be. Does it get better?
So the whole season is what you just described. Not that's it, but the whole season is literally about the secret family. Well, not so secret
family. Yeah.
And how they try to get on or not get on,
and her trying to discover her powers.
So yes, that's a B plot. Yeah, that's a B plot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Please tell me she doesn't. She doesn't. Good.
Well, officially, she doesn't. I have a feeling something happened.
Okay.
I mean, it's a feeling. There's no.
Of course.
Because she's having therapy, and I think there was a breakthrough. There was a breakthrough in that therapy moment, but it didn't seem. Having that breakthrough didn't seem to. Nothing popped out like, oh yeah, I got this power all of a sudden. But it moved to a scene. Now I'm thinking the end, and this is I've just right end scene. I think that's going to lead to next season, and I'm thinking where she went to. I'm almost in my mind. I'm sure she's going to have powers.
Okay.
To survive where she went to. I don't know. I don't know if we should spoil this or not.
No, you will have, because I want to know. I want to know.
Okay, so jumping back though, overall, feelings on the show.
Right, for me personally, it's such an easy watch for me. But it's not like I would not recommend it to anybody that this is a great show or anything like that. But it's such because each episode is about 25 minutes or thereabouts.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
it goes pretty quickly. Now, I felt last season was stronger personally because there's more. There was her search for powers and the relationship of people to her because she hasn't got powers. There was a guy trying to form a superhero group. I think there was a lot more interesting stories in last season. This season mainly focused on two things: the family, the estranged family, and in a weird way as well, if I'm being honest. And I just realized also this is I don't think I like Just Lord that much.
So I was going to say
you don't like just
that.
Okay.
I don't like that character at all.
Yeah.
I don't like the way the guy acts him. He looks very, very weird to me. Every time he comes on screen, I'm actually viscerally uncomfortable with how skinny he is and how his eyes look and how he looks perpetually surprised. And man, he must be an excellent actor, but I don't like Lord at all.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
because I don't like the way he's played.
He is an annoying character.
He's weird.
Just
He's
of like
annoying. He's super literal. He doesn't understand anything. I'm like, he irritates me. I'm sorry to say.
that's the word, not annoying, irritating person.
He
Like he
irritates
doesn't
me.
need to do anything, he just needs to exist and
Oh
it's irritating
my
on its own.
gosh. Yeah, not a fan. So I don't like. I mean, I don't even like the way he looks. Um, he's so we meet his family.
Yeah.
That they
His
found
wife
him.
and kids.
His
Yeah.
wife, yes, is like one of these perfect soccer moms slash, self-development
A,
feminist type women
a
who,
cultivated perfection, which
yes,
is
fake
only surface
life.
level. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
fake
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Doesn't eat sugar, gluten-free, vegan slash this, and she has this amazing ability. She's a telepath, I believe.
Yeah, correct.
Or she can be talking to you and having a mental conversation with somebody.
Well, yes, yeah.
And even while she's talking, she can be like, that well, man, I really, really, man, so happy to see you. While in her mind, she's like, man, I'm praying that Arsenal lose the league, and I'm praying that you guys are disappointed at the end of the season.
I like. There's a
It's so
saying
conflicting.
towards the end where she gets flustered.
Yes,
and she
and
mixes
she
the two.
mixes it up. Yes,
Yeah, so she's saying the good things in her mind, but she had the bad things.
I had a feeling that was going to happen at some point. And she was going to get frustrated and going to mix it up.
Yeah.
So I like her as an addition. Lord has a son who we don't see much of. To be fair, he's quite peripheral. They don't even have a relationship at all.
Can I make, before you move away from
Yes,
liking Lord?
yes.
Do you know that this show does not have a lot of likable people at all?
It does not. They are not likable at all.
Yeah.
None of the main cast is likable.
I think the most likable in my mind, like the closest to being likable, is our best friend.
Yeah, her best friend. Yeah,
That's the closest.
her best friend.
Even
Yeah.
that one's
No. Here's the thing. Yeah, I understand exactly what you people are saying. Very, very much so. They are not likable, but I find some of them very funny. So
Yes.
the best friend's boyfriend, the time guy, is so useless. I'm just like,
how can you
this
have
guy
time
not gotten
powers and
killed
you're the
already?
worst?
And you're the worst.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Dude,
He's
you
like,
can
he
travel
has
back
so
in
many
time.
issues.
You can do Groundhog Day at
He's
will.
codependent. He's not meant. He's so immature.
Yep.
He gets a job at where his girlfriend works because it's about time he starts paying rent and starts doing things, and this superhero gig is not working out for me. Let me get a job. But he's like what's that job like I don't know, an intern, like a temp.
Yeah, like a temp. Yeah,
basically like an office temp.
And it's like a gopher.
A gopher, yeah, exactly. And his first day, he's like, no, well, not his first day, but along the line, he's like, oh, I want to make this office more efficient. So he goes into the stationery cupboard where everything is arranged neatly. Pens are with pens, post-it notes, highlighters, all of that stuff. And he grabs all of it and puts it in a bag, puts the bag at the bottom and says, I've made it more efficient by creating all this.
So that scene, this is the
I
kind
would
of
have
scene.
slapped him.
Yeah, but see, that's the kind of scene that takes me out of the show. Because I look at it, I say there's nobody on this planet that is this stupid.
That is disconcerting.
There's no, and also, this is very strange. When they showed that cupboard initially,
yes,
all nicely knitted up.
Yes,
I actually thought, oh, great, that's a great. Personally, I thought, I love the look of it. So when he did that, I actually felt personally affronted. And I didn't know funny for that at all.
His girl needs to have a urine sample to do a drug test. My guy goes and takes his shit.
God. That was terrible.
The guy is so dumb.
There was one funny scene though.
Yes.
Well, funny to me.
What, the play, Milton Keynes?
No.
Okay,
Oh God, I forgot about that. No, it's when she went to buy drugs.
And the guy's like, yeah, I can
Yeah.
make bank transfers with my mind.
Yeah. He goes, oh yeah, I'll send you the money by transfer.
I'll send you the
That's my
change.
power. You know? Yeah, it's in your account now. Go. And she walked away as well. I thought, Jesus Christ.
Oh man. So I find him very funny. I can't remember his name now. You know, he was in Sophons. He was in Three Body Problem. He was the guy that said, I volunteer to have my brain set.
Oh yeah,
And then
yeah,
Adrian said, who is this guy? Adrian says, who are you? Oh my gosh.
But wait,
so
one thing I want to say about Extraordinary, I like some of the uses of power, like the tiny restaurants. I like that tiny restaurant scene. It's like I really liked it. It's like that's okay. That's a good use of. That's a good use of.
Yeah, but don't you?
good
Everything.
business sense.
Yeah, but don't you like people like
Perfect
me?
businesses. What?
I started working at the mechanics of that. I said, okay, so when they grow bigger, when they just be hungry.
Probably.
And
they need to,
No.
and they need
Wait,
to.
let me see. The food will grow bigger with them now. They didn't digest it. I mean, it's still in their stomach. Think about it.
I have no idea.
I think we're a very shaky ground here.
We are very, very.
I won't push it.
Oh yeah, I thought that was funny. And then another person I find very funny is her mom, the Irish tech lady, the technopath. I find that one very funny. She's in a comedy called Dairy Girls.
Yeah, I find the relationship very
abrasive. Yeah, very toxic.
Yeah, I don't. It actually,
I never like that stuff like that.
Yes,
Anyway, between parents, parents and kids, it's very negative.
And for me, maybe because I'm a parent, I look at her. You're the mom,
of course.
So if I'm going to blame anybody, I'm going to blame you.
Yes.
For not trying. But
I agree.
She quickly gets upset as well. When the daughter does something wrong, she also gets very upset quickly.
Yes. The truth is that the daughter does have a lot of.
She's not a good person.
No, she's not.
Yeah,
but the mom too has to look at herself.
Yeah.
To say, well, this girl has probably taken some of this behavior from me. I mean, the girl. The daughter actively tries to hurt the mom sometimes, by inviting the dad's ghost through her friend to, things like that. And if the mom has to look within herself. I just find that quite funny because the actress herself I find funny.
Do you know what I find sad?
Who you find sad or what you find sad?
Yeah, what and who I find sad.
Let me think.
This is the only
more than the time.
This is the only role that Robbie G is doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just Robbie G was one of my favorite guys for ages. I just wish he'd done a lot more than.
I think the last time we saw him before this was in
Wonder Woman.
Wasn't it? Yeah. Was it Justice League? Zack Snyder's Justice League or something?
Oh.
It was Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame, Sha.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame. So basically, like Tunde Adapo said, this whole season revolves around Jislord's family, and I can't remember Claire. Is her name Claire?
What, the friend?
Girl, the main girl, the main chick.
I can't remember. I honestly don't know.
Trying to unlock her powers.
Yes.
Via clearing out all the baggage in her mind and all her emotional baggage, really, and all the things that are potentially blocking her from accessing her powers. Now, the end of the show. Oh, sorry.
Jen. Her name is Jen.
Jen. Yes.
I think Claire's the friend.
I think Claire's the friend. That name sounds familiar. Yeah. At the end of the show, there was. I'm sorry. Do you remember the funny black guy in the office who can duplicate himself?
The good guy.
I found that guy.
Right. Okay, I'm going to say something here, and I'm not trying to get us cancelled.
I have a feeling this is. I can already
don't say it. Without due respect.
Please explain that.
The only person that might end up with a job after this. So,
no.
Go ahead and say it, Sha.
Okay,
let me
I've not seen the show.
Let me phrase this properly.
What I read. No, you cannot remove yourself from settings. The views shared by Dam on this show are
No.
the views of everybody on the podcast.
No,
No,
Go
that's-
on.
this is something I've said a few times in shows.
All
And
right, go on.
I don't know how real it is. I find it unrealistic. It's
Oh,
this
you mean gay
idea.
people discovering themselves that they're gay, or bisexual people discovering
Yeah,
sexuality as being
That one.
like a straight person suddenly
Suddenly,
realizing that he's gay.
he's perhaps gay or bisexual. I
Not
do
that he was hiding it.
Yeah.
But he just all of a sudden, because someone's attracted to him who's gay, he then realizes he's gay.
Are we talking
bisexual.
extraordinary now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
There's a-
thinking
Because it's in Dead
I'm
Boy.
thinking-
It's in that. It's in the other show we're going to discuss.
it's in the
also.
Dead Boy Detectives too.
It's also
Well,
pet. It's
No,
a pet
but
peeve of
that
mine.
is
No.
that's done differently in Dead Boys Detective, and I'll
Yes.
touch on that.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
I watched about the I've only seen up to 4 episodes, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there's a current there.
It's been
We'll talk about that
So
in a
it's-
minute.
Okay.
But this
Okay.
one, there's nothing.
what that boy is saying is
Yeah.
that okay, so they didn't show it as is what happened in Dead Boys Detective, and I would say that's like the more realistic, real world scenario to it, where they probably have not thought about it or addressed it in that way because of how they've been brought up and all of that. And then when it happens, they now realize it. So that's why when they do this in shows, usually I do understand. I don't have that kind of experience. So I cannot fully judge them for it,
Well,
and I just let it go.
you're in the right place for that experience now. We'll carry on. We'll carry on.
No, but-
Carry on with your
Yeah,
analysis.
no, oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That like, what's it called? That when what happened in Dead Bodies, like where the guy on the surface level, like all his life, he has never really
Yeah, I mean Edwin's
thought
case
about it in that direction.
is-
Yes,
is quite
something that in that particular case now, some shows may not show that experience where the guy has never really thought about it until when it happens and he has to confront it and he realize it. So I think people discover these things about themselves differently. So yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
that's where I'll try to leave us without getting cancelled.
I just find it very, very
Very
Yeah.
irritating.
unrealistic.
No,
I mean, it's the same thing as all these like even straight relationships and TV shows
Which one?
where you are the love of my life on one very stupid piece. I mean, I know it happens in real life, but it's like it has always been very stupid as far as
No,
I'm concerned.
I think I do think it happens. I do think it happens. I think that's how I believe I've either read this before that people who are polyamorous, particularly is it polyamorous or queer or
Yeah.
some of them discover it later on. Like, oh, I've always thought I was straight until there was this particular person I happened to be attracted to that was of the same sex, and I was like, okay. Sometimes it might not even be them being attracted to other guys, but that one particular person is the one that they're attracted to. There's
Yeah,
a term for this.
but also, and I guess it's what makes it even more unrealistic to me. This guy had no attraction to this guy initially at all.
What's this word, please? What's the word for you're attracted to the person, but not the gender? What is this? Something sexual?
It's not sapiosexual.
No,
Not that punishing every sapiosexual girl out there.
Is there a word for this? That you're
I
describing?
assure you. Come on.
Okay.
There are words for people that like books.
Oh yeah,
I love people that wear Crocs. Oh, I'm a
Okay.
crocosexual. No,
Yeah.
let me Google it while you guys talk. But
Okay.
I think it's
Okay.
possible.
But yeah,
Is it what?
Go ahead. I don't know.
Pansexual. It's pansexual.
Pansexual. yeah,
sexual. Why are you attracted to the person? Just
Yes,
the
the
person.
person. Yeah, exactly. Not necessarily the gender.
Is that what pansexual means?
I do believe.
You thought it was panoramic. It was everything.
I
Honestly-
love panoramic TVs.
Honestly, that is what I thought you meant. That you're attracted to everything going.
No, but that's past. I think Kex is wrong and that boy is correct about past.
No.
Kex
Kex is right. Kex is right.
Yeah, it's gender blind, asserting that gender and sex are not determining factors in their romantic or physical attraction to others.
Yeah, so
So it
yeah,
is.
it's still correct then. That means they like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. They do like
Oh
it.
yeah, okay, yeah. So that's how I
But it's not-
I never looked at it that way though. That is that attention to mind. I just thought these guys
no,
will check anything.
they're attracted to the person, not
Yeah,
necessarily even the body. Say
yeah.
this person, they like today they can like Schwarzenegger. Like if they get to know him, it's usually someone that they've gotten to know, not necessarily like I just want to smash this person. Well, that was my understanding anyway. Yeah, and at the end of this show, I don't know today. Have you seen the bit where they go to the wormhole of the dump? The
Yeah, I saw that part of the episode.
I know, like now at that part, I was like, I wonder if somebody falls in this, what happens?
Yeah, and then
But
they threw the wormhole threw the pants out back, and I was like,
there's no guardrail, there's no security.
There's no
People are just
exactly. I was like,
it's just a guy's powers now. It was the
listen,
guy that
yeah,
opened it.
yeah, but it's open and people are standing there.
well,
No, but
And
it can open and close it at will.
yeah, but if they're following
So
it, it's true
that's
now.
their business now. Why would you follow it? Why would you
well,
go there
somebody
and jump
did at
inside?
the end. Somebody did at the
Exactly.
end.
Okay,
Exactly.
the person will be fine.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
you do. I want to do a spoiler alert, guys. Please,
Yeah.
if you back away for 30 seconds while that one I quickly spoil this. Okay,
Okay.
starting now, quickly. Okay, so that at the end of this,
Yeah.
Jen falls into the wormhole,
Yeah.
and then we find out that she falls into. We don't even know. She just lands on grass, like in an alternate reality or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Or where is it that you theorize that she landed? Because I have no idea.
No, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I know you're theorizing. Yeah.
No, oh, yeah, no. So my feeling,
Okay.
you know, she's had this breakthrough.
Yes.
So when she fell through, I was like, did her power activate and teleport her away from there to somewhere else? Because and that's why I said that place does not look like a place that trash is going to.
No, it doesn't. So you think she's a teleporter or what?
Or something, yeah. Or diverted the wormhole direction or something.
No.
Because
I think she fell in the wormhole.
yeah, because when she landed, I was expecting if you landed where that wormhole
Yeah,
is
it's really
going
trash.
through,
That's there.
it'd
Yeah,
be
it's trash.
trashy.
That's there. Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was like a very nice place.
Yeah. It looked like like a park or something.
Yeah, a park.
Like,
Yeah.
okay. We'll see in season 3 though.
Or maybe she's in the past.
That's possible because it looked like somewhere that she recognized or something from her reaction.
Yeah.
Because she said something like "oh shit" or something. Right. So should we rate this one unless you've got something else that you want to say?
Yeah, no, we can rate this. We can rate this quickly.
Today, thus far, the 6 episodes that you've seen, what do you want to rate this one?
I'll do it about 2.7.
Okay. That one you want to go, and then I'll.
Yeah. I'm not even going higher today. I'll give it a 2.5. Just straight through the middle. I can watch it, but I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. You know,
Okay.
if you've not got anything better to do, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny in bits, in parts. It's it's
Yeah.
good time waster in a way.
Yeah.
So 2.5 for me.
Yeah, I'll give this a 2.8. Like it's short, it moves quickly. There was one episode that dragged a lot for me. I can't remember the episode now, but I was like, oh, okay.
Was it the play one?
No. It wasn't the play. It was it was like the second or third one. I struggle to remember now, but I was like, okay, this is dragging on quite a bit. But apart from that, it's an easy watch. So I'll give this a 2.8. Yeah. And I had some genuine laugh out moments, and it was due to the time warping guy. Because just how utterly useless he is as a human being and a production member of society. I like the super fast guy on the superhero team, the Asian guy. He's just who's like hyper competitive. Well, it was okay. Right, moving on to Dead Boy Detectives season 1 on Netflix. So this dropped on Thursday or Friday. I can't remember.
Yes.
Today, have you finished this?
No, I have the final episode left to go through.
Okay, Red, you finished it?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay. That one, you are halfway through, right?
Halfway through, yeah, halfway.
Yeah. So 8 episodes, maybe 50 minutes each. Yeah. So what do we want to say about this one? Executive produced by Neil Gaiman.
Yes. And we should let our people know that it is set in the world of Sandman.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not a crossover, guys. Please don't go in there expecting to see
Dream or anything like that.
Oh yeah. You will see one character.
Yeah.
from Sandman in the show, but it's,
Yeah.
it's set in the same universe.
Yep. Different tone, I would say. Maybe.
Okay, it's a very different tone.
Yeah.
I have to say, I think it captures the tone of the comics a lot better than I expected it to.
Okay. Now I've never read the comic books before.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So there's, to be fair, there's 2 or 3 versions of the comics now at the moment, where
Okay.
this one is based on the very first Dead Boy
Okay.
Detective.
Okay.
But it's gone on. I think there's a modern one I say modern one. There's a more recent one where these guys are in it, but there's a bigger crew. If to use it
Oh
that
wow.
way,
Okay.
yeah. But it captures the tone of the original one, and this show has a tone. And I was struggling to explain it to Kex offline, where it captures an element of dread very well. I'm watching it, and there's also a bit of ease at some of the things they're coming up against. So actually, let me take a step backwards. They're about detectives. They're basically a pair of ghosts who go around solving cases when ghosts do not depart after they die. So basically, ghosts who are haunting houses, haunting lighthouses, hanging around. They will go around and try and help them to resolve their issues that's keeping them behind, and then they can move on. And
not exactly though.
okay.
So
Explain better,
because
please.
they're not helping every ghost. Like there are some ghosts that don't want to move on. Like
Yeah.
there's one case where the ghost said, "I just want these people out of my lighthouse.
Yeah.
I want to keep hunting it by
Okay,
myself
so
alone."
they take cases when they come to actually the other way
Yeah,
around.
so
People
they
come to them,
solve cases. People ghosts come to them to solve their cases.
Yeah.
And for some of those cases, they help those ghosts to move on.
Yeah.
And sometimes those cases intersect with real human beings, and
Yeah.
they have to actually handle that crossover as well. So
Yeah. So each episode is like one case. There's an
yes,
overarching storyline. So let's
yeah.
be clear. So the whole so far I've watched 4 episodes, but there's a story about they've gone to this town to look for a missing girl. I think the very first case was a missing girl case, which takes them to this. I don't know what that town is even called anymore. It's like a small.
Port Townsend, one
Okay,
very small fishing village in America.
yeah. And while they're there on that case, they managed to upset the local cat king. It's phrased, so they're kind of trapped in that town. And so I think all the episodes. I'm guessing all the episodes will happen in this town while they're trying to one get away from the town, and then there's characters they're meeting. Now, one of the overarching plot is these kids, these two dead boys, died years and years ago, and they should have moved on to wherever they need to go, whether it's heaven or hell. Well, one did go on to hell,
The afterlife.
Yeah.
and one escaped. One didn't move on at all. So they've been hanging around as ghosts for years, doing this detective shtick for others, and they've got this human now who can see them, which is, in a way, is a great help to them. So like she could interact with them in the real world on their behalf. So I don't want to go too much into details, but there's some characters in this show that are really, they intrigue me, and some I like a lot. Some I find really intriguing. Yuko, is it I call her Yuko? She's not Yuko. She's
Nico.
Nico. Yes, she's
Nico.
Nico. I'm confusing her with Yuko from
Nick,
Deadpool.
there's Nick,
Oh,
Nico.
she looks like Yuko from Deadpool.
Yeah.
I know. They all look alike. Continue.
Uh,
You don't know what that just said. She looks like.
listeners, I did not say
Continue
that.
now.
People can look alike. Please, sorry. Right, back to the scheduled podcast. Yes. So I find her quite intriguing, and she's got a really straight personality. Where I don't know how to describe it. I like
a bit.
Well, so there is an element of dissonance, but
It's
openness.
airy.
Airy. Thank you. That's
airy,
the word. That's exactly the word. Yeah.
I'm not sure about the main. I don't want to call it the main actress.
Yeah, the main. Yeah, you can.
She's the main actress.
She's the main
one
actress.
third,
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
The
I'm not-
psychic.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if I like her at the moment, if I'm being honest.
Go, Crystal.
What episode are you on? Crystal
4.
Palace, yeah.
Yeah, Crystal Palace. I love that name, by the way. I love that name, by the way.
Palace surname something something.
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
gosh, I thought that was funny.
I love Edward. I love the
Edwin.
guy. Yeah,
Edwin.
Edward. Yeah, I love him. I love the actor playing him.
Yep.
I don't like Charles. I don't like how he acts, but that's exactly how he was in the comics as well. So
You don't like Charles?
No.
Wait. Who's Edwin?
Are you flipping
Wait,
Charles?
wait, wait,
from
wait,
Edwin?
wait, wait, wait,
Edwin
wait.
is Edwin
No,
is the
I
one that
know
went
who.
to
I want to know
Edwin
who
went
that
to
who
hell.
thinks
That boy,
Edwin
no,
is.
let that boy confirm.
Who do you
Oh,
think
sorry,
Edwin is?
no. Okay, I've mixed them. Sorry. The
Uh-huh.
I like the one with the cricket bats.
Don't worry, that's Charlie.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
That's
Okay,
Charlie.
Okay, sorry. I like Charles. Sorry.
That's-
I like Charles.
Uh-huh.
I don't like Edwin.
Yeah.
But Edwin is like that in the comics as well.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like. Yeah. So I guess he's meant to be like that. I'm on the well enough. I like the landlady. I want to call her the landlady.
Jenny.
Jenny the butcher.
Yeah, the butcher. Yeah, and how she's handling all this weirdness, even though she can't see half why it's weird. But I can't imagine myself being a landlord and see these people acting like that and still have them in my house. If I'm being honest, and then I like so far, and this might change. I like the witch lady.
Esther. She's actually my favorite.
Yeah. I do not like Cat King. I find him creepy as F.
Okay.
I know he's meant to be creepy, but he creeps me out.
So he's doing a good job in his own.
In a way, yes.
Yeah. I'll say something about this show. It's like it's a very tropey show in that this is the perfect sandbox show for detective police procedurals. Like if you've seen Sherlock, you've seen Elemental, you've seen Mentalist. It's like it's all those kinds of show. Nancy Drew, Veronica Mars.
Very much true. Yes.
They are all in the same ballpark where you take a pair of plucky detectives with interesting characteristics, you surround them with a very colorful cast of characters, you situate them in a small space to play with, and then you have them solve cases, and then there's a bigger arcane plot at the back end. And it's those same tropes, but the characters are so interesting that it's an easy watch. Like,
and some of the cases,
he's not doing anything new with his cases. He's not doing anything new with his stories. He's just doing what's this thing called? He's just like, okay, we are doing the same show, but we're making it urban fantasy, and we're giving you interesting.
Don't you think some of the cases are very some of the cases have more impact than other cases? And
like
there's one that really had a massive impact on me.
The one on
the Devlin House murder.
Yeah, where they were caught in the time loop.
The loop, that hit hard for me.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say that why this show excels is that because it's using magic and ghosts as its backdrop, it's able to twist some of the regular storytelling tropes into something very interesting that we've not seen before. That's why, like that episode you just mentioned, it hits hard and expected because why it hits hard is not even because of the time loop itself. It's because of the reason why. It's not as if the magic itself is what makes it hit hard. It's the story itself.
The reasoning behind why this.
Because at first it starts out like it gets progressively worse. It's already bad that this man killed his family because you thought she was having an affair outside. Then you now discover why he actually did it. Then now discover how much he was creeping on his fan, and you're like, wow.
I mean, look at what Red just said.
Yeah.
Who his favorite character is. And yet, if you think about what that woman's been doing for decades and centuries,
no. It has nothing to do with it's just how she acts.
No.
She's a very, very.
We get.
That's my point. You like her as a character, almost overlooking what she's actually in the show.
It's just.
I would like that lady from the
The night
So,
nurse. She's my second.
yeah, so
The night nurse, yeah.
yeah, night nurse. Yeah, so guys, for
Yeah.
you guys listening, there's a because these kids have been missing in the afterlife. I guess there's a register of all the kids
Lost and
who were
found
meant to have
department.
passed on and are missing, and every now and then see. I find that whole department like a shoddy department because they can't be doing that good a job.
They are.
It's
They are.
it's it's a it's a stan- it's a stan- it's a
It's a
standard
bureaucracy.
It's a
Yeah.
standard government
But-
bureaucracy.
It's a
Yeah.
bureaucracy.
Yeah, and
So-
I think the whole of what's it called? The whole of that institution is
Yeah.
falling apart because they mentioned it already at the beginning that the ghosts are getting too much for them to handle.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
they've
true.
not really expanded.
They did say that.
People are
So it's
dying.
not just the
Yeah.
lost and found, it's like
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
is overworked.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the strength of the show for me actually is the acting,
Yeah.
because and what I mean by the acting is it's not like these people are, Olivier Award winners or
Yeah.
something, but it is that the characters are so charismatic, the actors are so charismatic.
And great interactions between them.
I literally do not have one character in this show that I don't like. There's nobody in this show that I don't like. I like Edwin, and I love Charlie, and I love the way they bounce off each other. Like right from the first episode,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm on board with the way these two are joshing off of each other, and there's no tension. They are so different characters, but there's no tension.
Oh,
It's like
I tell you something I don't like. Let's see if you like that person.
I like
the-
everyone. I like Monty. I like everybody
Oh God Almighty!
on
I
this show.
just like Monty.
I
I like
can't-
Monty.
Like
I can't
Monty's,
stand Monty.
Because
Monty is the
was-
worst character for me.
Yeah, I can't stand Monty.
Easily, by far the worst.
Isn't
Yeah.
Monty?
But I'm saying that I like Monty. I like because he was someone who he was sent to do a job.
Yeah.
How is
And
Monty different from Matthew?
Which
Yeah, that's the
Matthew?
thing. Exactly.
Matthew from Sandman.
Yeah.
He
was
Matthew was like
But-
evil now.
Yeah, no.
Matthew was
Matthew
like
was
because
like
because of Oswald
Yeah.
Patton's voice. But
Yeah, Matthew
yeah.
was like
I mean,
evil.
this
It was
this guy
like-
is
it
someone-
now.
This guy's
this guy is someone
this
who's
This
guy's
guy's
been-
not.
every time
Every time he opens his mouth.
Wait, this guy is someone who's been given a body for the first time. And they gave him a very clear instruction, say, go and seduce that guy so I can kill him. But he now falls in love with the guy
Exactly.
and then actually now helps them. I was like, nah.
See,
It could have been
He
very,
didn't do his job properly.
of
He
course.
didn't help them. He didn't help the good
Wait,
guys properly. He's incompetent on all fronts.
but
Like
he
there's
did
nothing he
help-
did that was.
Wait,
Okay.
now. But he did help. He did. Okay, you have
He
you
didn't help
watched the
them
last-
properly.
Have you watched the last episode?
No.
Yeah, okay then.
No, because like so far it's like he's.
Okay, watch the last episode.
I don't. Even if he saves the day
I
in
like
the last
him.
episode,
Okay,
I
then,
still
okay,
don't
so
like this guy.
regardless, you don't like him. Okay, that's
I don't like
let's
this
put it
guy.
that way. You
I
can't
like-
say it's because he doesn't help this person or this
No, it's like for all through the entire
person.
show. It's like
I like Monty.
you know all
I
this,
like
all
the
this,
witch.
all these slightly
I
slow
like
people.
the landlady. I like Nico. I like
Even
okay,
the Liberian.
Nico.
Ooh.
Oh, the Liberian lady. No,
Don't,
I
don't,
I
spoil,
like
don't,
that.
spo- don't, spoil, don't spoil it for Dakpo yet.
Well, I've not met her yet.
Yeah, you've not.
Yeah,
Nico.
don't spoil
No,
it.
you should have met the Liberian
you have.
now. She should have
Oh,
been
the
happy now.
Liberian. Okay.
No, it
that's-
hasn't met her. I mean, she comes in
yeah, I
in
don't like
episode
the
5 or
Liberian. I
something.
don't like the
Okay.
Liberian.
Oh, what
You don't
about
like
the
the
Warros?
Liberian.
What about the Warros?
I like the Warriors.
Yeah,
I like him a lot.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like him. Yeah, I like
the
him a
black
lot.
guy with the
Tragic,
deep voice.
tragic,
Yeah.
tragic Mick.
Yeah.
That's Michael Beach. You know him, right?
So,
You know what?
I know that guy from somewhere.
I-
When
I-
were we-
That's Michael Beach. Because they
I
always
was
put his
looking
name
at
at the last. Yeah.
I look
who's
at
that?
I recognize this guy, but
Yeah,
Michael
but I don't know
Beach,
what,
yeah.
where
I
I know
wasn't
him
sure.
from.
Who's Michael Beach?
Let me
Spell
tell
it-
you where
spell
it
his
is. Let me
surname.
tell you. Beach, Beach.
Okay.
Oh,
I have
I-
to, yeah. Because I always they put his name at the end, like showing Michael Beach. Yeah, let me see.
So
Oh, you're
yeah,
joking.
Soul Food, Third World, Deep Blue
You're
Sea, Rookie,
joking.
Waiting to Exhale, Aquaman. Yeah.
deep.
Yeah,
Oh
it.
yeah, so he was the dad
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Aquaman. He was
Yeah.
David's dad
Yeah.
in Aquaman.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
That's it,
trying
yeah.
to-
Yeah, he was in Lean on Me. It was the guy in Lean on
Yep.
Me, wasn't it?
The teacher that was expelled. Yeah.
Don't pick up.
That was
Don't
like,
pick up
that-
rubbish when I'm talking.
yeah. Yep. Exactly him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. He looked a bit bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked familiar, but I thought under that
Yeah.
makeup or his
Yeah.
beard and everything. I
Yeah,
wasn't
I think he had a
sure.
bit of makeup on. So
Yeah.
the witch, everyone, and it was honestly, this is, and I know a lot of people I've been taking the make on Belanti, and I'm not a Belanti fan, but this is a Belanti show because you've got these good-looking kids who have like, you've got this one suffering from some sort of teenage angst where she's like, my parents, I don't know, and she's kind of a I don't want to say twat, but she's a kind of a twat. That's the psychic girl.
Yeah, okay, I
We've
should say
got
something.
Edwin, who falls in love with his best mate, more or less, and he's having these funny feelings. It's just such a shadow and bone slash, the regulars slash. Netflix have been doing a few of these.
Let Dark Boss say what he
shows.
wants to say, because I have a few thoughts around that.
No,
Okay.
so,
Go on.
and I'm kind of think I'm going to agree with Keck in terms of, I didn't think about it before, if I'm being honest. I saw Greg Berlanti's name, and then what you saying, what you just said now here, Keks, the one thing that's different from here and the comic, you've not given me the reason why it's different. In the comic, those guys look like secondary school. Like, do you know what secondary school kid looks like?
So there's a big age. There's a big, because I've checked in the comic books as well. There's a huge age disparity.
In the comics, they're like
They are
a
younger.
30-year-old with shorts.
They look
and
like
small boys.
Yeah, they look like
Would
30-year-olds or something.
Would that be better or worse?
It would be
Well,
worse.
That would have been better, though.
No, in a way, this show, I think they're trying to just try to insinuate that they're what, 16?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
they said they were 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're 16
Now,
when they died.
even, I'll not be funny.
No, but they're
They
not
look
16 in the comic books.
No, I think they were about 13. They
They were 13 or 12. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I checked.
secondary school. So they added 3 years. But even the actors, there's no way on earth those guys are 16. They're 20 plus.
Obviously not.
Yeah.
Obviously not. Yeah.
To allow them to have this kind of romantic that you.
So it was all the romantic stuff I didn't like. Yeah.
So those are the parts they added from the books, because there's no way you could. These guys have been writing romantic stuff. Yeah, that would have made the show better actually. But you can't have a TV show.
No,
without...
don't get me wrong.
Wait, what would have made the show better?
In the books, there was the well,
the Cat King and
no, because in the books, remember these are English people writing. So when I say this word, there was a lot of talk of queer people, queer this, queer that.
Oh, okay.
Being said, not knowing that the guy was gay.
Yeah,
like one of them, but they were kids,
Yeah.
so it's a bit more awkward. In a way, you got 13-year-old, 13-year-old, but obviously they've been they're not been alive, but they've been they're not really 16 anymore.
They're not in age anyway.
12. Yeah, so it's that mixed. It's almost like the Interview with Vampire. You got this girl who was stuck at a baby age, but she's got the experience of 100 years, and that tension was in the comic. But obviously, because of the look of them in the comic, is a little more awkward.
Yeah, I agree. Tunde, what did you say would have been better?
No, until Dapper mentioned it, I was thinking if they'd made them younger, but I realized child actors are difficult, and they won't have been able to capture the relationship very well, the way they did here. So yeah.
So you'll have had
No,
like
because
what?
But can I say something? Can I say something
Yeah.
now? If this was an English show, they would have done it.
If it wasn't.
If it was, they would have gone for that awkwardness.
So I don't know what is. I don't know what Charlie's personality is in the comic books. Is he? I mean, I know here in the show he's like the cheerful, chippy guy, but he's also the ass kicker. Is he the ass kicker in the
yes,
comic
yes.
book? Okay.
To be honest, the personalities is spot on.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
But it's spot on. I think, if I'm more correctly, the Edwin is the
gay one.
Edwin is a stoic
in the
one.
comics, it's more reserved. Not reserved. It's more trying not to I think he's almost trying to deny himself that he's gay. More in the comics, like he has those feelings, but he's trying to. Oh, this is out of order. Remember where the era is from.
But it's the same in the show.
No, I think it's. Oh no, honestly, in this show, I think it's more open to it.
I think the further you go, you are literally 4 episodes in. I think the further you go.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, it doesn't seem put off by the fact that he might be gay. Okay. He's kind of resisting it. In the comic, it's like almost like a traumatic Oh no, I can't be
Um,
this way.
Yeah.
I can't.
it's
Okay.
been updated for modern sensibilities. Then,
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
No. Yeah. So what? So the comic, what they're trying to say is the era it comes from. That's how somebody would behave if they're gay.
yeah. But
In
they've
those young stories.
updated that part. They've smoothened some parts of that
Okay.
for this particular show.
Yeah.
Because I
So
don't think they
hey,
would want to explore that.
I find it more. To me, it didn't seem like it was. He's kind of holding back, but
Yeah,
to me, it didn't seem like almost scared of what he was in the show.
yeah,
It just seemed to
yeah,
me. I don't want to act on it, and it's more like I don't want to act on it with Charlie because I don't want to. I know in my mind he's not gay. I don't want to cause friction between us, blah 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 blah. Kind of level more in the show. That's the vibe I got. But in the comic, I found it was a bit more, way more scared of what he was.
it was.
Okay.
But I think I loved how they handled that in the
Yeah.
show. I've
Yeah.
gotten to that episode at least, and I think it was well handled. I won't spoil that because that we're still watching. But one thing I want to go back to is what's this thing called? From the beginning, and I think that when you've watched the Devlin episode, so it's Phantom Death. And that I made mention to this in the
Right?
chat,
Yeah.
and this was like my biggest pet peeve of the entire show. Adding, and maybe this is how I read it, but like I think this show was trying to add some morality to
To
what
death.
happens after death. Yeah, which if you've read Sad Man, it's like death doesn't. There's a
Right.
level of detachment
It's just a
she
Yeah.
job.
has.
So
It's
so
just
Yes,
a
so
job, yeah.
yeah. So let me correct you about the comics as well.
yeah,
That disconnect is there in the comics as well.
yeah,
The only difference between the comics and the show is that scene makes you think, hang a minute, because it's almost like they're dying, and then you immediately
yeah,
see their destination. They try to show that episode was trying to show one was a bad person, one was a good person, and they go to hell and heaven.
yeah,
In the comics, when you see death, he escorts them. We never see where they're going.
No, yeah.
yes.
But in that same universe, we know there's a hell and we know there's a heaven. So we know at some point a judgment is being made. We just never
No,
saw death being involved with that judgment.
so because the way and maybe this is the way I'm reading into the narrative of the show.
Yep.
It's like making it blue light, red light.
Yep.
It's like for you, she's either taking you to a good place, but if you've not been good, it's a monster that comes for you to take you
The
to.
red light
And
might
like
be the red light might be going to the red light district.
we're talking about Dead Boys Detective here. Please, can we focus on Dead Boys? Can we focus on Dead Boys
No, but
Detective here?
I actually I understand where Tune is coming from entirely
I know.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're talking about death
Yeah.
coming and they ran out, and then immediately we're seeing the lights tell each other that one's go to hell, one's go to heaven.
Yeah. They
because so
the
They made that
telegraphed it.
link. So they made that
yeah,
link saying, I can see why. I actually didn't jump to that conclusion, but when Tune said it, I saw why he came to that conclusion. But that's a show thing, and I think to
yeah,
me, I think that's the writers just trying to show more a morality that's now causing issues in terms of how we've seen death operate before. But when you think about it, even let's go back to Simon Comics. At some point, between death taking them, they are going to heaven or hell.
Yeah.
But we don't understand the mechanics.
Why
yeah, but
do we say that they are going to heaven
we
or hell?
don't.
Because we know
Actually,
Why do-
Because both exist in the universe.
in the
Remember?
comics.
Yeah, but they
Remember?
exist. But they exist. But if I remember correctly, hell is the home world of the demons. It's not.
it's
not
not.
where.
No.
No, you saw Tortured Souls
No, because I
when
think
remember his girlfriend, his first
Yeah,
love. She
yeah,
was in
yeah,
hell, right?
yeah. She was in.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are right. She was in hell,
yeah, she
and
was in
even
hell.
in
Yeah,
this one,
she
Edwin
wasn't
too
a
was
demon.
sent to hell, but he was
Yeah.
sent to
Yeah,
hell as a sacrifice.
Yep.
I don't know if
a
that is
demon.
where to a demon. Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
that
yeah.
is where the evil souls get sent to.
Oh no,
Or
in the
you get
comics,
what I'm saying? I don't know if it's
100%.
Oh, okay.
It's Simon Comics.
Because the biggest
Remember,
like
Simon Comics, that Lucifer is Lucifer of hell, and
yeah,
all evil souls
yeah,
go
but the
there.
hell, the hell of there
Yep.
is the home of demons, and
Yes,
it's not the
and human souls are there being
Ah, human
punished.
souls. Yeah,
for
Been
evil.
punished.
Okay.
Yes.
Because
Oh,
why?
100%.
Yeah, but like, why I don't like it is that
Yeah.
death has always been I don't know. Like it's
No,
even at the point,
no, no,
no,
no, no.
not like
He says you'll find out. That's
yeah,
a statement.
yeah, like
Yeah.
at that point, even at that point of death, it's like it's not for the audience to know
Correct.
the fate
Yeah.
of this character. Like
Yeah, correct.
it's
Yeah,
a
correct.
big part of why
Yeah,
death
correct.
in the comics is so striking. So it's what makes that mystique up of death in the comics. And I'm like, when you take that out, it's I don't know, for me or
Yeah,
personally, it
what
cheapens the show a bit.
Yeah, but my point I'm trying to make is, I agree with you. The
Yeah.
show made that link a lot
Yeah.
more obvious in that one scene. Oh, what's
No,
happening here?
it happens in more than one scene.
In more than one scene.
There's another red. There's another red
Okay,
light.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Where
so it's
death
obvious.
just comes.
But
Just
if you go back, but my point was
something
saying that
else comes. Yeah.
they don't make it that obvious in the comics, but clearly something like that must be happening in the comics because we know the end of the destination.
Yeah, that's why I asked. There was something I
think-
asked. And I said, we remember everybody that she came for in the comic books. We knew about the
I'm
baby.
trying to remember
yeah,
if she
yeah.
came for
Or was there
the
anybody
guy.
that was bad.
Yes, I'm trying to remember if she came for the guy that stole Destiny's helmet, or if Destiny took care of that himself. You know, the guy that did that thing in the diner
What's his
The
that
name?
guy
caused
with the
everybody
red
to kill them.
Grandfather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Dr. Destiny.
Dr. Destiny.
Dr.
Yeah.
Destiny. Yes,
She has covered evil people.
yes,
in
but
the
we
book.
don't.
Oh, yeah,
We don't see.
Yeah. You
Just
never
go,
see
we are going.
We don't see her past judgment. We don't see her past
Yeah,
judgment. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's you've gotten it perfectly. Death does not pass judgment. Yes,
Yeah, but
that's
but she doesn't. She and this is where she doesn't. I don't think even
no, she
from what you're
does in
saying,
the
she
she
doesn't.
does in the show. No, in the show, until you'll get it that point. There's
She
a
actually
part
makes judgment.
where
No, we didn't see her
No, she
past
doesn't
not
judgment
pass
though.
judgment.
you don't see
Somebody
her past judgment.
We didn't see her past
Somebody else
judgment.
comes instead of death, and it's like
Wow.
if you are red, if it's the red light, it's not death that comes for you. It's
Because
this.
they were not happy when
Oh,
Yeah.
when the red
so
light came.
so they said that. Okay, right. So that's I've not seen that in any of the comics.
Yeah.
At
So
all.
For the two boys, right? They
two
mentioned it.
boys,
no,
yeah.
not
The
for,
two guys.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
two
So
boys,
it's like
Yeah.
so it's like that's for me, and I think it's because I've read the comics. Because otherwise, it just has been a part of the show. By reading the comics, it
Yeah.
has weakened the show for me. But on the show level, looking at the show alone, it's just like a very quick tension building. This thing, blue lights, good guys.
Something just occurred to me.
Yeah.
In the comics, you don't even ever see Death interact with Lucifer or the Silver City or the Silver City at all. I don't think. I think purposely you don't see any of that. Okay,
No,
that's quite
I'm not
interesting,
sure. I'm not sure. I'm mixing up my law here, but whether it's death here that says it or death in something else, where they talk about like it's where what's the way they put it? It's the hell you imagine that is as in it's the afterlife you think of that you go through. But maybe I'm mixing it up with Percy Jackson or something like that, where it's like it's not just hell or heaven. Like there are different
Right.
variations of this thing.
Okay, this is weird. The
Yeah.
Netflix version of Lucifer, which
Of
is
Lucifer. Yeah.
They had a hell where all everybody went, but you devise your own punishment within that hell.
Okay. Then
If that
cool.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Well, yeah, that's about it for me on the. But I just want to talk about Charlie. I think Charlie is just the best.
Who?
Charlie.
So Charlie's the one that I like, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Charlie's the one like
he's
such
awesome.
a good kid.
Yeah, he's awesome. I like him.
Such a good kid. Like
I think that's what made that scene more impactful for me. To seeing him in pain, seeing that scene. And he got so angry, and I don't think it's the first time he was not his cheerful self. And yes, I loved. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like the actor and I like the character a lot.
Yeah. I like almost everybody in the show, but like Charlie, I like seeing good characters do good things in TV shows. Not every time that everybody's forming ad guy. I'm trying to save the world in the hardest way or grimmest way possible. It's like it's just going this is my mate. I would do this for my mate, and I will go to distance for
Can I
my
can
mate,
I
and
can
it
I ask
backs up the word.
can I ask a
Yeah.
question? Does Nico get better at being a detective?
Yes.
Please say
Yes.
yes. Okay,
She
okay.
gets. I wouldn't even say as a detective, but she gets better as a character.
Better as
Nico's
a
like,
character overall.
Because I already like her arc. You know,
yeah,
when
Yeah.
she's asked a lot of questions, I
yeah.
kind of like her arc already. And
And
I'm just
she and
hoping that it
Edwin even
progresses.
become really close.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good, good, good,
She's
good.
Yeah.
she's
So the
she's really really she's
Right.
really
So
even the landlady. It's
now
such
so
a
the thing
well
about
cast
Nico
show.
is I'm not sure I remember her from the comic. But in a new version of the comic, there's somebody who's similar to her, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't Japanese either. So I'm trying to. I didn't want to go and Google it because I don't want to spoil myself. If
So
she's a
just
new
finish,
character,
just finish it tonight.
you know, 4 episodes. Wow.
I know the one person I didn't like. I just remembered now.
Okay.
The the demon David, the one that's inside the girl.
Oh,
oh,
of course.
oh,
Yeah,
no.
no, yeah. No, I don't think anybody would like him.
Guy. I don't like that
Oh,
No,
guy.
so even as a bad guy, he's
Yeah.
a letdown.
I
Like
don't like that guy at
we've
all.
had David Tennant play this kind of character before, and
I like. Oh, I
we-
like the. I hope you're still in it. The leprechauns. Is it leprechauns?
The
oh, I
sprites.
love them. This
The
fight,
sprites.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah, yeah,
I
I like
love
the people what they love.
them.
I think it's so funny.
Whenever they open their mouth, I
Oh,
love them.
yeah,
oh, foul
Oh,
mouthed,
yeah. I
foul
love
mouthed
it.
very.
creatures.
They're literally like they are
Yeah.
too. They hate too much to have any sense of self-preservation.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
way they talk,
And then they say, "Oh, sorry, wait, you come them up."
like
Yeah.
their sense of
Oh,
self-preservation gets lost. They just have to say the meanest thing possible without regard for any self. I'm like, wow, it's amazing to watch them whenever they show.
yeah,
But yeah,
it's. And I think I went through it in maybe a day. I actually had to hold back on one episode, so I don't finish it that night, and then finished it on Saturday. It's for me. I've thoroughly enjoyed the show. It's again, it's not something I would necessarily recommend with my chest because it might not be for everyone. But in terms of enjoyment, I've had a cracking time with this show. It's been really good to see. Yeah, and it's one of those teenagey type shows. Netflix tends to do them now. I don't know if you watch the Irregulars or the one that
nope.
they did. They did one. Is it? They did the Irregulars. Did you watch
They did one
Shadow and
other
Bone?
boy and girl detective, one young people detective show
Yeah,
too.
yeah. They did. I don't even know
The
the.
holistic one.
No, not
No, no,
holistic.
no, it's not
Nothing
holistic.
wrong with
It's
Elijah. I'll Google it now.
okay.
Yeah, I
You know,
remember it. In the
like
cast
I
of
almost skipped Dead Boys Detective because of that show you're thinking of.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
trailers were too similar that I'm
They
like,
were
I'm not watching
very,
this.
very, 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 very similar. Very
Yeah.
similar.
If
In
not that
fact,
you came back and
even the
said
main character there is very like Edwin in this one.
yes.
But
If
yeah,
not that you said that you love this show, that you really like this show, I wouldn't have watched it at all because I was like, this is exact carbon copy of that show.
Oh,
that
that
And
show.
show.
they're,
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and they're spitting it out, and I'm like, no. That's the one where only kids can see. It's also an adaptation. Only kids can
An
see
adaptation of
demons or
something. Yeah.
yeah, only kids can see ghosts or demons or something like that. So they're the ghost hunters or something
I don't
stupid
even
like
know
that.
what. I don't even know how to search it. But yeah, it had some fantasy,
Yeah,
Elements.
urban fantasy elements like that. Ah, sod it. I can't don't know
yeah,
what this is. But yeah, is it Lockwood and Co? Lockwood and Co.
yeah.
Lockwood and Co.
Yes,
That's what it was
that's
called.
what that show.
Lockwood and Co. Yes. So it's quite similar
Okay.
to that, but yeah, this is rescued by the actors in it. Okay, Reg, is there anything that you wanted to add to this one?
No, just that even there's Belanti, you could still see Gaiman's hands in it firmly. Because
I mean,
what? Yeah, you could see his influence, and he didn't deviate, even though the whole morality, the whole other teenage having teenage angst and stuff was put in there. The other thing, so we did see another one of his sisters or siblings. Was it Avarice?
despair, despair.
Despair. We did see Despair. Yeah, we saw
Yeah, the
Despair.
part one.
Oh, that was
Same
not
Yeah,
in despair
person.
yet, but yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, same person. I
yeah,
actually enjoyed that whole hell
yeah, yeah.
episode,
sequence.
and
Yeah,
it was quite scary. It was quite scary.
There's a hell episode.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, they
Yeah.
went down to, they went to hell. Yeah, they went down to hell. So yeah, so
It's
so
quite
that
scary.
I'm not
that's
sure that I would like it, but I liked it.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, you don't think I
Yeah.
would like that episode?
I'm not sure.
I
The
think you
episode
would like
itself
it.
is good. The episode itself is good,
Yeah.
but the ease. I mean, it's not
Oh
easy,
yeah,
but
of course.
yeah, it
Yeah. I
might
mean,
not
easy
like that
is
part.
yes,
Yeah,
escape, of course,
Okay.
but
yeah.
it's that's the
The,
nature of
the,
the show.
the,
That's the kind of show it
That's
is.
the,
the
the
easy
show
picture
is
found the
simple.
yeah.
It's simple.
Like
And
it's
apart
like
from that,
Game Man got a YA story for Sandman. It's like that's exactly how Dead Boy
Ah,
System
Ben,
is.
thank you.
yep,
That's the phrase.
pretty
YA.
much,
It's
pretty much,
Yeah,
very,
young adults.
very
Yeah.
YA. Yeah,
pretty much.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Red, do you want to go first?
Oh, for rating, uh, it gets a 4 from me.
Okay.
I,
Very
I
strong
finished. I,
score.
fi- I finished it. I finished it. I won't say that. I didn't stop.
Okay.
It's a very strong. Let me give 4.25.
Oh wow.
It's not nearly 4.5 because I like the character so much.
Okay.
We've talked about the flaws, the Belantism, the teenage angst, and all of that. That's what pulls the show down for me. But like every other part of the show is strong.
Okay.
Checks.
Conversely, I don't mind. I don't mind the Belantisms at all. I think it actually even makes the show fun for me. It wasn't too dreary. It was just I love the characters. So and I can. But the thing is, again, the quality of the show, I can't with my chest recommend it and say, go and watch this show. This show, you will love this show. But it's just a show that I enjoy and makes me feel good. So where
It's also
does one
it's
put
also
that?
it's
Yeah.
also an acquired taste, and it's also
Yeah, exactly.
links heavily into your sensibilities, right?
It's
If you
yeah. If
where
you're
do you where do you
into
stand? Yeah, where do you stand with this
yeah, it's not
ghost,
everyone that
hell, and
will.
things like that? Yeah,
So
death.
I think I'll give this like I was thinking of 4 before, but talking about it, I'm like, oh man, I like this show. I like these characters. I like Edwin. I like Charlie. Yeah, maybe like 4.2.
You like
Yeah.
No,
Monty?
4,
For God's
4,
sake.
4.
You like
I like
Monty.
Monty. I like Monty. You know,
Like even
he helped out in the end.
the night
Um,
nurse and the guy in the fish with her, I liked them together. Like, I'm trying to think of
oh yeah, the fish guy. Who
the
is that
fish
guy?
guy.
Red, do you know who
I
that
have
guy
no
is?
idea.
I don't know who that
No,
guy is.
I don't know
He
who
has
it
to be
is.
someone, right?
Fish guy.
At some point,
You've
I
not
thought it
met
was
him
maybe
yet.
I
No.
thought it was this I thought it was I was thinking it was this guy Russell. What's his name? Yeah, what's his name? Acting as an Indian. Oh,
Oh
Russell Brand.
I can't. Yeah,
my god.
at some point,
Eh, that guy should not even try. That guy wants to do oh my lost one.
You know,
this,
for a minute, the only person I thought it was, but it's definitely not the guy. Is the immortal guy from Sandman, the guy that never dies. But I don't think it's him.
Oh, okay.
The guy that made the bet with Destiny.
Yeah, if it's him, I'll recognize him
Oh
because
yeah,
I know his
yeah,
face well.
But I don't think it's him. They
yeah,
have a slightly different storyline.
I'm
But yeah.
actually going to
Well,
Google now.
I'm very curious. Yeah,
who that guy
I'm
is?
curious who that is.
Yeah. The show has a lot of very strong characters. I'll give them that.
Yeah. So
Strong,
yeah,
likable characters.
gonna give it a uh, I'm gonna give it a 4. Gonna give it a 4.
I get that struggle. I get that struggle. To rate
I'm
it
gonna give
higher
it a
because it feels better than a 4, but it's not
it
doesn't quite.
feels better than a
Yeah,
4, but yeah,
but
I'm
it's not
looking
just
at it
quite
like
there. Oh,
yeah,
one
hopefully we'll
thing
get
I'm not
another
sure
season.
if you
Yeah.
yeah, one thing I'm not sure if you like is the what's this thing called? Black Panther witch line.
The
Where
witch.
they burnt her.
The
Where they were talking
psychic,
about
the psychic and all our family generation. It's a trope in it's a trope.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's
It
not just it's not just Marvel. It's everywhere. Everybody
It's
yeah,
a
uses
it
it.
doesn't it
yeah,
doesn't it
it's a
doesn't feel
trope of
particularly original, but I'm like, okay, fine.
okay, right. This is
No,
what it's
I'm
happening
like,
now.
this is the kind of show we are watching. Okay, this is what's happening. Okay, this is happening now. Okay, she lost
Okay,
her
let's
powers
go.
and now she has her powers. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, let's go.
Now she's super powerful. Okay, let's move on. I really want to know who this guy in the fish was.
I'm checking now. I
Hmm.
can't find it.
Yeah, the fish called Angie. Crystal Librarian. All right. Yeah, and there was some weird, even like the opening sequence where there are skeletons.
So
It
yeah,
feels
what
very
was
Renter
running?
Ghost, very odd. Um,
That's what I
But
was thinking about. Rent a Ghost.
yeah,
What
it has
episode
a
was
very
that?
strong reference Ghost. No, I'm even talking about the like opening sequence where
No, I'm
the
talking
skeletons
about the
are. Oh,
fish,
sorry.
the fish episode. What was it? Was it 5?
I don't know. Just fish
What?
called
No, the fish episode.
Angie.
That's what I just what? When they were drowning
No,
themselves.
no, then they went back
No,
again.
no,
So
no.
Oh, okay. So okay.
for the night nurse, there was another.
Okay. Yeah, because when I watched,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I
when she appeared and they drowned
and she
her.
got
ah.
swallowed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Red is literally the only one who's watched it to this place that I'm about to ask the question. So I will hold it until I'll let me know when you finish watching it. So I'll ask it in the group. I don't want to ask it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to ask it now. Someone turns up and I want to know who that person, what the relationship is between that person and Nico. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you don't like the Cat King. I liked him. Okay.
I don't
Um,
like that king.
I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. He was a tortured soul. Okay, cool. So, right. So that's it for this week. Next week, what do we want to talk about next week, guys? Do we know? Do we want to talk about comics next week?
Yeah, we could
Any
do.
updates on the Ultimate Universe? Do we want to talk about
Oh,
what we're
Ultimate
reading?
Universe 4. I love that comic book.
oh,
Oh
it's
wow.
back. Okay.
Okay.
Like, this is the first one. Like, I
Ah.
don't have any
But
reservations
what's with
about
your
it.
eyes? You don't like it?
No.
Oh.
I'm looking at the hitter now. That's now.
Oh, okay.
No, see, this is the first issue where I have no reservations about liking. Like, yeah,
Okay.
unreserved. Once you get past the idiots of Peter, but it's unreserved liking.
I realize now that we're on God's 7 or 8 or something.
Yes.
Yes, and I
I
like
stopped
it
reading,
as
so I
well.
don't know.
Yes.
So
Oh no, it's good. It's good. This issue
Okay,
was
we're on
good.
7. Okay.
so when does it end?
It doesn't end.
I
Not
don't
yet.
know.
I don't
No,
know.
like,
I'm
it's
guessing
a
it's
limited
gonna be at
series,
least
isn't it?
12. It's gonna be at least 12 in my
Ah,
mind. I don't know.
okay.
It can't be. It's too like I don't know the way the story is going. I just don't know. It can't be. I don't. Is it a limited series?
I suspect it's a limited series that
It
is going
has.
to
It has
well
to be.
blend into the characters
Yeah.
will blend into
Into the Marvel
other
universe.
No,
Yeah.
because
Marvel universe.
it's like we're up until now. I think we're still getting introductions to
No,
this character.
today
The
it's not going
main
to be.
plot,
It's not going to be. It's
the
not going to
main plot has not kicked into gear yet.
It's
Yeah,
not
but,
going to
That's
be.
what's interesting.
It's not
no,
going
no,
to
I
be
agree
an
with you.
ongoing
But
title.
the way
It's
I
not going
see
to be an
this
ongoing
book,
title.
the way this book is it's gonna be similar to House of X, Power of X.
Exactly. It's not going
Stop.
to be an ongoing title. You
And
can't.
then the ongoing titles will pick up
Yeah.
it might be Doctor
You can't
Strange book.
depend
Yeah.
on Hickman to give you an ongoing title. Though.
Yeah.
Oh, my disappointed. So
So remember, Hickman is writing a new book for Marvel going forward.
yes.
Yeah,
I think is
what's
it
the
Avengers versus Aliens?
Aliens, yeah.
Yes,
Yes, Aliens
yeah,
versus
it's going
or
to make
something like
them.
that.
eh,
All right. Okay.
That's an
So,
Hickman title I'm not excited for, but
but we
we'll
already
read
have
it.
the Brood. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm like,
for
why are we going there?
yeah, it's improved now.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Okay, one thing I am curious to talk about a little bit is comic books that are based off of movies. So I'm thinking about like the Predator comic books that are based off of the movies, the Alien comic books that are based off of the movies. I mean,
James Bond,
yeah,
G.I.
yeah,
Joe.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like stuff that is not a comic book franchise, but comic books have kind of picked it up to expand
Yep.
the story. So I don't know. I think
Oh,
there's a conversation to be had around there. Like what's good? What have we
Star
been?
Wars.
I know what that's good already.
Yeah.
It's like it's difficult because unless you get a top-notch writer to do the book, it's very difficult because most of those books, if you look at the writers, they're either mid-level writers or not so good writers.
You'll be surprised. I mean,
I was say you would be surprised.
Okay, I
Kennedy
will be
Johnson has been
surprised.
doing Bond
Yeah.
for a while. Like,
There's two titles that fall in the category that Kex described that I would recommend to anybody.
There's one
okay.
I would for sure.
So
Okay.
and
I don't read Aliens. I didn't read Aliens.
I read Aliens.
I know you're talking about Aliens. I was one.
No, I'm actually talking about Predator. Predator's better.
Yeah, I mean, Predator is the one I was thinking about.
Oh yeah, that is better than, that is
But
100% better than Aliens.
I've never
But I read
read the
Aliens.
one.
But I was actually the other one that I could think of that is actually quite good. So shockingly, and I've started reading more and more now.
Go
It's
on.
James Bond.
Yeah, James Bond is good. Dynamite Comics. Is good.
Yeah. It's just surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I started with some Star Trek books as well, but that's
Oh
very,
yeah,
that's very hit and miss for me. Some are very good.
Yes,
Some
yes,
are
What
some
book?
are just,
What book is that? Which one?
the one I like the most. Oh god, what was it called?
What,
now?
the Star Trek ones?
Yeah, there's one
Yeah, the
particular.
one I like the most is the one with Cisco. So it has.
I will not read that one. No, no.
Are
We
you?
know.
I know you. Okay.
He has a new ship. He has a new ship. Sorry, the Theseus. There's another Vulcan on board. His son is there. So few other characters. So that one is good. Okay, so maybe we can look to that and see if
Yeah.
there are any recommendations that we can make from there and talk about where we are with the Ultimate Universe and Gods. Right. So, guys, thank you very much for being with us. Remember to rate, like, subscribe. Naija's Geeking Out, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And yeah, today over to you. End of your
Yes, good
birthday.
night. Yes, officially the end of my birthday 15 minutes ago, but we move. New year, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, this year we're going to be getting a lot of good news from DC, and I'm looking forward to all of that.
Well, you have Joker, and you know what? I also would like
Creature Commandos, Waller. We
When is Creature
have.
Commandos coming out?
It's supposed to be this year.
Oh, no, okay. I didn't know if we had a
Yeah.
date yet. You know what? I would like you to do a retrospective of those stupid DC
Oh,
AU things that you have been
that
subjecting
you're
yourself to,
watching.
and you tell us which
Yes.
ones that you think people should suffer through with you.
Oh, you know what? One more thing we should talk about, and
Yes.
one more thing I realized is that this is the
Yes.
5th year since
Are you
Endgame came out.
are you taking the notes? Are you taking notes?
You mean for that one?
Because
Or that we're taking
Brief.
we'll come back on Monday. We'll come back on Monday again and start saying what did we say we're going to
No, no,
discuss.
no,
No, that one. No, we
Yes,
get that one.
yeah.
But like, this is
Oh,
5 years since Endgame came out.
Yes.
It was 5 years last week. Well,
Oh
on
wow.
Friday.
Yeah.
5 years since Avengers
End-
Assembled.
Endgame.
April 26,
Endgame.
I believe.
Like, I remember from beginning to Endgame was 10 years,
Yeah.
and we
Oh
have
yeah,
gone
yeah, it
5
was 10
years
years. Yeah,
again.
it was 10 years.
One,
Yes,
one, of
and we've
the,
gone.
one of the greatest rides ever we ever been on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, just imagine. It's wow.
What?
It's something to
Yeah.
think
What
about,
happened?
and
It's
I
been 5
know
years.
over this podcast, over the past
Are
5
you
years,
sure it's 10 years? Is it not more?
No, 10 years.
no, as
Avengers
in
Five
for
the
5 years.
from
Endgame
from
was the 10th year
anniversary
anniversary from Iron Man.
from Iron Man. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, you know what
yeah.
it's about.
So it took them 10
2008.
years to build
Yeah,
that journey, and
2008.
over the
Yeah.
yeah, it took them 10 years
I
to
know you
build
want to
that
say
journey, and they
shit.
spent 5 years
I know you're
to
gonna talk
lose
shit.
all
I know
their goodwill. But
I know you're gonna
we've
talk
done enough of bashing of Disney for the past couple of podcasts.
I
Let's
know
move
you're
into
gonna
notes.
talk shit. Right, Red, the regular.
Happy birthday, Tunde.
Uh,
Your color tonight is red. We'll see. Have fun. Good night.
I'm
Let's
wearing
come on tonight.
blue and I'm
Let's
wearing
come
blue
on
and
tonight.
white. I'm wearing blue and white. I don't know
This
what
is
you're
a
talking about.
pajama top that he has on that lie. He's still going out
Leave him.
tonight.
Leave him. Leave him.
You're wearing white. That white is stained. It's stained red.
That one, you want to say goodbyes?
Yeah, thanks guys for listening to us once again, ranting on. And thanks for listening, and we'll see you later.